Yo, I'm in the zone when the big blocks rumble. Slide in the slick, watch the quick line crumble. MDiTV got the heat in the tunnel. Boost in the stream, better tighten that buckle. Dirt flying, wide ties grinding. Slide job city, full send, no hiding. Modified beast, you can't fake that tone. It's a full barrel growl and it shakes your dome. Big block, we bring the thunder. Big block, straight out of the under. Big block, tear up the clay. If you ain't built tough, better get out the way. From Brewerton down to the Port Royal gates, I'm shifting fate when I rotate plates. Got torque in the veins and hate in the dust. It's checkers or wreckers and slide we trust. I ain't here for a cruise or a cameo. I'm throwing sliders like Mario. Red flag rage when I rage the show. Tech with the flow when the wheels go roll. Big block, full send savage. Big block, dirt track havoc. Big block, hear that scream. Built not bought, it's a racer's dream. Shout out to the warriors in the pits. Wrench turners, heat burners, slide with the blitz. MDiTV, yeah, we lit on stream. When the big blocks roll, you know what it means.
What's up, everybody? Getting up in the server now, getting ready for the big block modifieds. Starting out at Eldora here tonight for race number 1 on week number 8. New time after the time change. All races now on Monday nights will be starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like we got Raging Ray back. Look at that. LJ Jason Parkers Jr. going to make an appearance here tonight. Been a while since we've seen him in an opener. Michael Hackett going to be in here as these guys get out on the track. Let's go ahead and pull them up. Let's go racing, says Robert. All right, up in the server now. Caleb Durgan currently at the top of the charts. We are on board with Zach Mitzner going to make an appearance here in the big block modifieds. We don't see him often in these. Let's see. We got Matthew Watts out on the track as these guys roll around Eldora. We're going to see a whole lot of high side here tonight. Zachary, thank you for the like. Appreciate that. Appreciate that like. Make sure you guys get those likes, shares, and follows out there. Just a couple heads up out there. I do plan on doing some different things as we get closer into winter. Just a heads up for you guys watching over on Facebook. It will be happening soon. Well, I'll be deleting the races over on Facebook since they're deleting them every 30 days and immediately posting a YouTube link on where to find those races at. That is the best place to watch videos on demand anyway. But right now, it looks like we got 18, 19, 20, 21 cars looking to make an appearance here tonight. I see Richie Yost is out there, and that's a name we don't see very often here in the big block modifieds. Eldora will bring out some names here tonight, but Caleb Durgan has to be an absolute favorite. But I'll tell you what, Raging Ray Ramey, fresh off suspension, currently second quick on the boards. We'll see what he is able to do here tonight in the number 76. He is back in the number 76 machine. Zachary having some good lap times. He is currently in that number 5 spot. Hackett, not too bad in 6th. Got Nick Ham out here in the 45 JR. T. Clem out here. Another name we don't see very often in the big blocks anymore. See him all the time in the UMPs, not so often in the big block modifieds. Good to see him out there. Laboon is in there. Richie Yost, Kevin Robinson, and Thomas Roberts all out there setting to do battle here tonight. How you guys doing? Are you guys ready for some qualifying? who is going to be the first to jump out onto the track. Let's go ahead and move this over to best time, and we will find a driver getting out on the track. Let's go Thrill Factory, says Mark. What's up, Mark? All right, we're going to go ahead and turn down the tunes as we wait for these guys to jump out on the track. Looks like, who's the furthest along? Looks like Joseph Matthews is going to be the furthest along in his qualifying run, and he is going to go ahead and bail out. Caleb Durgan out on the track in that number 17 machine. Facebook sucks anyway, yeah. I mean, I stream already on all the platforms, but yeah, they've been deleting videos after 30 days for a little while now, so. Good to see LJ out there putting in some laps as he's going to put down a time with a 15.796, I believe it is. Michael Hackett now going quick time. We're going to go ahead and move this. Well, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I am going to go ahead and move it so I can see it. Caleb Durgan with the quick time of a 15.577. T-Club going to come in second quick with a 6.93. Raging Ray is out on the track. Rockefeller out on the track too. He just came across for lap number 1. He's going to put it fourth quickest. He's been fast each and every week. Damian Ward out there, but let's go check Raging Ray. What's up, Bowers? Raging Ray was quick in practice. He is looking to put the quick time down here in qualifying. Can he do it? Quick time from Raging Ray Ramey with a 15.565. Ray going to the top of the charts. Damian Ward going to go third quick. I see Nick Ham out there. Richie Yost is out on the track right now. We're going to jump out with Nicholas Ham. Where will the ham sandwich put it? As he heads through turn at number 3 and 4, looking for that line. Little bobble there out of turn number 4. That's going to cost him some time. He's going to be 11th quick. That killed him coming out of turn number 4 there with a 15.843. How about Trey with a 15.577? Almost taking the top position there. So Trey putting in some speed like he's been doing each and every week. Zachary Mitzner to the top of the chart. The wrong 17 if you ask Caleb Durgan with a 15.554. He is making some noise here tonight in his rare appearance in a big block modified. Go Tri-City and Matt if he's in there. You're talking about Matt Watts. He is in there. Wow, Nicholas Ham, the slowest qualifier on the boards. Brundage going to go third quick. Brundage goes second quick. Roundtree third quick. Michael Hackett was out there getting a little bit extra credit as that is going to be the end of qualifying. All right, so not going to lie, that was kind of wild for qualifying, and we are going to get ready for heat race number 1. Let's go ahead and pull them out onto the track. Looks like T-Clum going to go out there pretty early. Gives me somebody to jump on top of here for the camera. And it is going to be starting on the pole here tonight at Eldora here, week number 8, race number 1. It is going to be Zachary Mitzner in that number 17. Outside of him, in the number 2 machine, it is going to be Kieran Roundtree. Starting inside, row number 2, in the other number 17, it's going to be Caleb Durgan. Outside of him, in the number 11, it's going to be Matthew Watts. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 97 machine, it is going to be Tyler Clement. Outside of him, in the number 18, it's going to be Aaron Rockefeller. Not sure. I can't remember what number Tanner has. Starting inside, row. That's what I thought. Row number 4 in that number 9 machine is going to be Tanner Purcell. Outside of him, in the number 14, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Starting inside, row number 5 in the other number 9 machine, it is going to be Joseph Matthews. Outside of him, in the 144, it's going to be Jordan LaFawn. And if Thomas Roberts shows up, he will start in that final and 11th position here tonight, all by himself in row number 6. These guys going to pull out on the track here in just a minute. Waiting. Is Roberts even in there? He is not in there, so he will not be gridding up. Didn't expect that. That was wild, Zach. That was wild. I did not expect it either. All right, we got them stacked up down the back straightaway. They're going to get the one to go this time by here for heat race number 1. Can Zachary hold on for 8 laps, or will Caleb Durgan find that bottom side and dig his way around as they head through turn number 3 and 4, getting that one to go this time by? Caleb Durgan wants a 3-wide salute. I think Durgan's confused. He's like, there's a 17 on the pole, but it's not me. All right, so we got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. Zachary's going to lead the field in that purple and white number 17 from what is it, Midwest Motorsports or something along those lines? I forget. What do they call it? I got them in here. Hold on. What are they? Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they headed down into turn number 1 and 2. Midwest Sim Sports. It is going to be Mitzner up to the high side. Durgan down low. Here comes Roundtree trying to stick it in the middle as they head into 3 and 4. Durgan's going to roll the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Zachary's going to lead lap number 1. Battle's going to be for second. Durgan down low. Roundtree up high into 1 and 2. Oh, that top side trying to form. Durgan trying to roll the bottom as they come out of turn number 2. That bottom side did not work in turn number 1 and 2 as Roundtree makes his way around as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Zachary's going to lead the way into 1 and 2. Oh, Roundtree is all over the back of Zachary. He's going to take it to the bottom out of turn number 2. Durgan had to back out of it. Down into 3 and 4. Here comes Roundtree to the bottom as they drag race out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway is going to be Zachary leading that time by as they head into 1 and 2. He's going to keep the high side. The bottom side is not rolling good enough, but Roundtree going to try to hold on. Gets a little loose out of turn number 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to be 4 laps complete. 4 laps to go. Durgan's going to find his way up underneath Roundtree as they head into 1 and 2. Thinks about the slider. Can't pull the double. Here comes Roundtree with a massive cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Roundtree going to slide up into that number 2 spot. Contact between Watts and Durgan. Big save out of the 17 of Caleb Durgan. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be 5 laps complete. 3 laps to go. Battles all over the track right now. It is going to be Rockefeller in that final transfer spot. He's got a bunch of company, but we're going to keep an eye on this battle for the lead as they come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Roundtree has the speed, but has to find his way around. Mitzner going to roll the high side down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Roundtree. Roundtree wanted to slide it, not enough room as they come out of turn number 4. White flag is out. White flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Roundtree going to throw the slider, cut down by Zachary. Zachary going to easily drive past him down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Roundtree, back down low, can't get the run. It's going to be Zachary Mitzner with the win. Roundtree, Durgan, Watts, T-Clem, Talbot, Rockefeller all going to the feature. Matthews, Purcell, Laboon going to the Consi. Zachary, you took the win too. Good run, just didn't make any mistakes. That's what it took. And he is going to be starting on the pole here tonight in our main event. All right, these guys getting lined up for heat race number 2. Let's go ahead and pull up that starting grid. Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 84. It is going to be Nick Brundage. Outside of him, in the number 76, welcome back, Raging Ray Ramy. Starting inside, row number 2 here tonight in that 007, it is going to be Trey Pasica. Outside of him, in the number 32, it is going to be Damian Ward. Starting inside, row number 3 in that number 8 machine, it is going to be Michael Hackett. Outside of him, in the number 71, it's going to be Brian Orto. Starting inside, row number 4 in the number 60 machine, it is going to be Kevin Robinson. Outside of him,
I can't believe I'm up here with you.
outside of him, In the number, we're going to call it the number 16. It is going to be Richie Yost. Starting inside row number 2 in that number 21 machine, it is going to be LJ Parkhurst. Outside of him in the number 45 JR, it's going to be Nicholas Ham.
My girl's house, not even realizing I lost 108 because I didn't run it.
Looking for the green flag. Good luck, boys. Let's go, says Mark. Let's go race, says Branson. As they come out of turn number 4, green flag is out. Brundage going to get a good jump into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Ray's going to roll the high side. Stays above Trey. Trey slides in line as Hackett and Ward duke it out down the back straightaway for that number 4 spot. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Contact for the number 4 position. Down the front straightaway. Let's go back to 4th. Watch that battle as it looks like Ward's going to finally come out ahead. They're 3 wide. Oh! Did Nicholas Ham just hit the inside wall? I think he did into 1 and 2. He's going to lose all his spots and end up in the rear. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway battle for this number 6 position. Hackett on the outside. Brian Orto up high. Drag race down the back straightaway. Right now, LJ in that number 21, currently in the final transfer spot. They're 3 wide out of turn number 4 for the transfer spot. As they come to the line, LJ headed at the line that time by. LJ's going to grab the wall. That's going to have Hackett and Yost side by side banging doors out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Good battle up in front of these guys, too. We're watching the battle for the transfer spot as Robinson tries to clear Hackett, but can't quite. Oh, sorry, not Hackett, but Yost. Wow, I'm getting these names mixed up as they come down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Robinson in that final transfer spot. Yost all over the back of him. Tried to cut down out of turn number 4, down into 1 and 2. Right now, they're kind of close together, but not a whole lot of racing. Looks like Ward has moved his way up into that number 3 spot. Let's go back to the battle for the transfer position. Robinson gaining on the battle in front of him. He's bringing Yost with him. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Here comes Richie Yost trying to put the pressure on that number 60 of Kevin Robinson through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Battle for the lead as Raging Ray is there as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway one last time as they head for turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Mick Brundage leading the way. He's going to lead it out of turn number 4 and take the win. Let's go back to the battle for the transfer spot. No battle there as Brundage takes the win. Raging Ray second. Ward, Trey Pasica, Hackett, Orto, and Robinson go to the feature. Yost, Ham, and Parker's going to the LCQ.
Appreciate the support. Loved all my fans.
All right, so heat race number 2, definitely a thriller there as we are going to get into the Consi. I don't know if Thomas made it in here, so we're probably going to have 6 cars going for 4 positions. That means we're going to be sending 2 drivers home here tonight, but starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it is going to be the number 9 of Joseph Matthews. Outside of him in the number 16 machine, it is going to be Richie Yost. Starting inside, wow, I said 9, but he's in the 6. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 6 machine, it is going to be Tanner Purcell. Outside of him in the 45 JR, it's going to be Nicholas Ham. Then rounding out the field here tonight in row number 3, starting on the inside, it is going to be the number 21. Sorry, the number 144 of Jordan LaBoon. Outside of him in the number 21, it's going to be LJ Parkhurst. You're just here for points and a good time. What's up, Durgan? I thought you might have been confused because there was a different 17 on the pole in the heat race. All right, they're going to roll off the track looking for the green flag here pretty quickly. They're going to get the one to go at the line as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yeah, I was heartbroken over Hamlin. I kind of wanted to see him get that win, that championship.
Hey, yo, Nick, word on the street is you a stepdaddy.
Yeah. All right, 17-8, no qualifier. All right, 1 to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They got them stacked up 2 by 2, looking for the green flag this time by. Thank you for the like. Appreciate that, Slack. Slackafee. as they come down the back straightaway. 17's going to run 5th tonight. Not going good. Looks like it's hard to pass right now. Hopefully this track slickens out a little bit. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Matthews going to lead him down into turn number 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for second. Purcell and Yost, they're going to take it 3 wide out of turn number 2 for the lead. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, a little bit of contact into 3 and 4. They're going to keep it straight. Tries to keep it 3 wide as Purcell trying to look for the lead out of turn number 4. Right? I get it. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Purcell has the lead. Can Matthews get the run? He can't. It's going to be Purcell for the lead at the line. Here comes Nicholas Ham and the 45 JR. Laboon and Parker's going to tail the field as they come down the back straightaway. Great battle for second as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. 3 laps complete. 10 laps here in the LCQ. Plenty of time to make something happen. Laboon is definitely struggling in that 144 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. He might need a little help. It's very possible for him to get it as they come out of turn number 4. Ham has made his way up into the number 2 spot, looking for more as they head through turn number 1 and 2, missing the set. Need E-Bill to tune the rig up? Yeah, I think we're going to be pegged up high tonight. I mean, they're running pretty low right now, but I think the heat rate showed the high side was it. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Purcell going to continue to lead as they head through 3 and 4. He's going to get that 4 to go at the line. 4 laps to go. No pressure for you at all. Out of turn at number 2, down the back straightaway. It is going to be side by side for second. Here comes Matthews fighting back on the outside of Ham as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go. 3 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Matthews going to roll the high side. Ham's going to have the edge down the back straightaway. Here comes Matthews back into turn number 3. Matthews going to fight back, and Parker's race his way in. Yost right now in that final transfer spot. 2 laps to go. Here comes LJ. LJ going to roll the bottom up underneath Yost as they come down the back straightaway. Here comes the battle for the lead. Matthews to the high side. Oh, LJ gives Yost the business. Out of turn number 4, battle for the lead. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. LJ, oh, he got him. Yost got it. Oh, no, he bit it, and Parker's is going to continue to go. Back to the lead. Here comes Matthews. Back to the outside. Out of turn number 4. Takes the win in the LCQ. Purcell in second. Ham in third, and LJ brings it home in the 4th and final transfer spot. Oh, man. The one time I could have defended Yost for making that move, and he fucks it up. All right, that is the LCQ. Looks like Laboon and Yost are going home. We are going to get ready for tonight's main event. All right, it is that time of the night. First of 4 times. As we get ready for tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight. I can't help but say he's a surprise, and I don't think it doesn't just surprise me, it surprises him. It is going to be the number 17 of Zachary Metzner. Starting outside of him in the number 84Y, it is going to be Nick Brundage. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 2 machine, it is going to be Kieran Roundtree. Outside of him in the number 76, it's going to be Ragin' Ray Ramy. Starting inside row number 2 row number 3 in the other number 17, it is going to be Little Digger, Caleb Durgan. He's going to be digging on the bottom side. Outside of him, in the number 32 machine, it is going to be the nurse, Damian Ward. Starting inside row number 4, in the number 11 machine, it is going to be Matthew Watts. Outside of him, In the 007, it is going to be Trey Pasica. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 97 machine, it is going to be Tyler Clement. Outside of him in the number 8, it's going to be Michael Hackett. Starting inside row number 6 in the number 14 machine, it's going to be Peyton Talbot. Outside of him in the number 71, it is going to be Brian Orto. And then rounding out the field here tonight, starting in the number 13 spot inside row number 4, it's going to be the 18 of Rockefeller. Outside of him in the number 60, it's going to be Kevin Robinson. Starting inside row number 8 in the number 9 machine, it's going to be Joseph Matthews. Outside of him in the number 6, it's going to be Tanner Purcell. Then rounding out the field here tonight in the number 8 row on the inside, it's going to be the 45 JR of Nicholas Ham. Outside of him, the 21 of LJ Parkers Jr. as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the back straightaway. Zachary's going to lead the way. Brundage with some company. Here comes Durkin down to the bottom side as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, that's wild. I guess it could have happened. It's not showing me anything. I think it's just YouTube streaming. Oh, Ray up into the wall. He's going to lose a ton of spots. Raging Ray all the way back to 7th. He's down 3 positions. Durgan rolling the bottom, looking for the lead out of turn number 2. Zachary's going to pull away down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Brundage is working the high side in the 84 Y as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Some of them are definitely going low. Durgan likes the low side. He tends to make it work and has taken a lot of wins from that. So I see him down on the bottom side. We will see him move up to the top when he needs to as they head through turn number 3 and 4, looking for the lead. Will we have a new race leader at the line? It's going to be Caleb Durgan at the line that time by new race leader. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Durgan's got the bottom side digging as they head down to turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Zachary trying to get that lead back as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Zachary at the line that time by. Zachary with the momentum on the high side, able to overcome that gap down the front straightaway. He now has the lead clearly into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Durgan back on the bottom side, but it's going to be Zachary at the line this time by. Down into 1 and 2. You can see him pushing those marbles up the track as, oh, where did Watts come from? Watts tries to sneak through, almost makes contact with Brundage. They're 3 wide per second into turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, Mitzer going to roll the high side. He's going to lead that time by as they're still 3 wide per second. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Contact between Watts. Oh, Brundage in the wall, able to hold on to it. Here comes Damian Ward in the number 32. He's going to make his way up on the back bumper of the number 11 of Watts as they come out of turn number 4. Ward in that pink and black number 32 trying to make his way to the front. Durgan in the number 2 spot as Mitzer continues to lead. He is pulling away 0.4 of a second down the back straightaway. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Battle for second starting to brew. Watts winding it up on that high side. He's going to go to the bottom of 1 and 2. Slide job up the track. Here comes Durgan back down low. Drag race down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Yellow flag is out.
Incredible.
All right, looks like Michael Hackett is going to have an issue here. Let's see what happens to the number 8 machine. Here comes Brundage. Brundage, a little bit of netcode definitely affected that. That's going to knock off the left front of the number 8. Big hit to the outside wall for Michael Hackett here tonight. Hopefully you can get that thing put back on. And, Brundage is going to let Watts know he is not happy right now as he gets into the door. Tells him, hey, bud, I was high. So very cordial conversation there between Watts and Brundage as Brundage is going to go back into the back where he needs to start. At least it was the left front. If they get the left front put back on there, he might be all right.
Okay, thank you.
He is down there getting the work done on that number 8 machine. As Durgan sits on the front straightaway. Let's see if they should get the one to go maybe this time. What happened? Durgan with issues. Durgan takes the toe. Durgan must have had some issues with his PC. He is now on pit road. What happened to Caleb Durgan? Durgan, I know you're out there in the stream. Let us know what happened, as it looks like Hackett's going to make his way back out onto the track. Looks like they got the left front put back on there, looking for the green flag this time by. It is going to be Zachary Mitzner on the pole on the inside with Matthew Watts on the outside as they look for turn number 3 and 4. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Zachary takes advantage and jumps out early down into 1 and 2, trying to create a little bit of separation. Hopefully those guys race behind him, as here comes Moore down on the bottom side, up underneath Watts, down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Absolute chaos back in the back. They're trying to make it 4 wide out of turn at number 4. Battle for the number 2 spot. Ward's going to fall back into 3rd. Watts going to dig up on the outside. Watts has got that outside winding up. But Mitzner definitely does a great job through the middle of turn number 1 and 2 right there. Down through turn number 3 and 4 across the line. 12 laps complete. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Watts digging that high side on the cushion out of turn number 2. Here he goes to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Look for the slider. He's going to slide up. Mitzner back with the cut down out of turn number 4. Zachary's going to keep the lead that time by as they head into 1 and 2. He's going to slide through 1 and 2. Here comes Watts. Watts grabs the wall. That's going to save Mitzner out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Brundage has made his way back up. Now remember, he's got a little bit of beef with the number 11 right now. This could get interesting really quickly here as they head through turn at number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Roundtree now back to the number 5 spot. Down through turn number 3 and 4. I'll tell you what, T-Club making some moves. He's up 3 spots into the number 6 position, but Trey's going to cut back down underneath them. Here goes Watts with the slide on Mitzner. Mitzner with the cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. I think Watts might have found a way to get the edge here. I think he's going to get the cut down out of turn number 4. It's going to be new race leader at the line, Matthew Watts into 1 and 2. Yeah, he was doing good. He's not a big block guy. To be honest, he is not a big block guy, so this is a great run for him. As they come out of turn number 4, Watts is going to lead that time by. Down into 1 and 2. Here comes Brundage up underneath Roundtree. Going to give him a little bit of door bar through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Zachary's going to have to settle in place. Get in line. Let Watts make a mistake as they head through turn number 3 and 4. That wall does come up quick on these guys, so we will see people grab the wall on their own as the yellow flag comes out.
I give you all the fucking room you fucking give me on them slide jobs.
All right, let's see. So T-Clem going to slide. Here comes Trey, and Trey just,
Internet, so you stop blinking out, cuh.
they just pile in behind him. All right, so let's take another look at that one. So T-Clem going to throw the slider here. Trey's going to come back with the cut down. I mean, this is just hard racing right here. They're going to make a little contact. Trey did not quite give him enough room, as T-Clem obviously is yawed a little bit sideways out of turn number 2, and
I didn't do it on fucking purpose, dude.
feeds him the right rear, and yeah, that's going to bite T-Clem. Definitely hard racing there. Racing incident. Nowhere for Robinson to go. That's going to be big damage to Robinson's right front.
The logo on the side of your car.
Logo has
Oh, Purcell nowhere to go. Oh no, LJ into there hard. Joseph gets a piece of that, but LJ and a few of these guys are going to have some serious right front damage. That is going to affect their night for sure as we get the second caution flag of the night.
Don't make me take you on a road race again. I'll find you in there somewhere.
I only run fucking trucks right now, asphalt, because dirt's fucking stupid.
I just thought it was funny if I'm in a road.
It was just hard racing.
Asphalt fan, too.
That's all that was.
So much more fun.
All right, we are going to stack them up once again as they head into turn number 1 and 2.
I watched my first ever NASCAR race last night.
Purcell and Hackett going to pull off a pit road. Looks like LJ might be done for the night as they come down the back straightaway. Matthew Watts or Megawatts Going to lead him to the green flag this time by. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Watts on the gas. Here comes D. Ward. Ward into Mitzner. Mitzner able to save it. Ward's going to slide up the track as they come out of turn number 2. It is 3 wide for that number 3 spot. Zachary trying to hold strong on the outside as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Roundtree trying to come up. Mitzner, no choice but to let him as their contact behind him out of turn number 4. Here comes Roundtree to the bottom up underneath Brundage. Brundage is looking for that number 11 as it is stacking up back here. Big stack up in the back. How they going to hold on to it? They do. Through turn number 3 and 4, they're still trying to wreck. I don't know how they didn't just wreck. Here comes Ward. Big slide into turn number 1 and 2. Cut down by Watts out of turn number 2. Looked like Brundage might have grabbed the wall in 1 and 2 there. Falls back into the number 4 spot as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Here comes D. Ward. Once again into 1 and 2. Slide job up the track. Here comes Watts back down low. Watts going to cut down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Slides up the track. Here comes Ward. Yellow flag is out. Yellow flag is out. That was brewing to be a great race there. As it looks like Raging Ray is going to have an issue. Let's see what happens to Raging Ray here. Oh, T-Clem got the wall and came down into Ray. Ray is an absolute victim here. T-Clem going to get in the wall. Oh, bounces him down into Ray. Ray's going to go into the spin cycle here.
You guys are next to both of us.
Able to minimize the damage. No contact with any other cars. He's going to be all right. Get back onto the track and try and race his way up through once again. All right, so we are about 22 laps into this one, guys. 22 laps complete. It's going to be 23 complete when they take the green flag, closing in on the halfway point. Remember, we got super late models up next at the dirt track at Charlotte. You guys don't want to miss that. Then following that will be 2 races at Lernerville, one in the 360 sprints and one in the UMP modifieds to close out the night. They're going to come out of turn number 4. They're going to get that one to go this time by. Damien is aggressive. But it was a clean aggressive. I think he had put himself in position to have the edge to take the lead, but that caution flag came out. So caution flag might have saved Watts there in pain. You're in a crazy spot right now, Zachary. You are in the hornet's nest, looking for the green flag as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out, sliding into next week, right? Green flag is out. Oh, Ward turned him. He turned him. He turned him on the start. No caution flag. No caution flag. There it is. Caution flag. No. Oh, no. He turned him. He turned him as here comes Brundage to the outside. Brundage going to take the lead. I know Ward's got to feel absolutely horrible. Let's go back and take a look at that one. I know there's a lot going on, but we got to take a look at that restart.
Shit, my back iron. I didn't see you there.
Oops. Wrong place. Sorry, guys. I hit the wrong button.
All good, brother.
All right, we're going to back it up here. They're racing up there still pretty hard, but we're going to take a look at this restart. Ward's just going to get up on him. Oh, just clipped him and turned him into the inside wall. Big mistake out of Damian Ward. And Matthew Watts pays the price as they race down into turn at number, whoa, 1 and 2. Brundage almost took out Ward. Ward gets on the binder. That was wild. Out of turn at number 4, down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. Going to be Brundage leading the way. Damian Ward in second. Trey in that number 3 spot. Looks like Zachary has fallen back to 10th as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Brundage with the lead out of turn number 4. It is going to be 29 laps complete, 21 laps to go. What's up? What's up, Drew? How you been, buddy? I don't know what Ward was thinking there. That was a bad move by Ward. Out of turn number 4, Ward trying to cut down up underneath Brundage, down into 1 and 2. He's going to throw the slider. Slides into 1 and 2, cut down by Brundage. Down out of turn number 2, down into 3 and 4. Brundage going to slide up the track. Ward going to cut down up underneath them. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. Great race for the lead as they head into 1 and 2. Ward going to slide up the track. Big cut down by Brundage. Brundage going to drag race him down the back straightaway. Ward's going to bang the wall. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Brundage slides up the track. Here comes Ward back with the cut down to the line. Ward that time by as they head into 1 and 2. Ward going to slide back up the track, hits the cushion. Here comes Brundage. Back down low, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Look for the slide. Little bit of defense out of Ward, but Brundage able to do the slide out of turn 4. Here comes Ward back down low. Has it at the line by a nose as they head into 1 and 2. Slides into 1 and 2. Here comes Brundage back down low once again. Down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Brundage might be too far back for the slide. He is as they are side by side out of turn number 4 to the line. Ward a half a car length at the line into 1 and 2. All right. I got to get you in the ARCA Dirt. Might be the best dirt car on iRacing. The ARCA car might be the best dirt car on iRacing. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Ward going to lead the way. Brundage in second. Oh, contact. Big sack up in the back. Roundtree pays for it the most as Robinson got in the back of Trey. What the hell is Robinson doing in 4th? Good run for him as they come out of turn number 4. Battle for the lead continues to rage on. As Ward leads the way, Brundage in chase mode. Trey in that number 3 spot. Robinson in 4th. Nicholas Ham in 5th. Zachary trying to fight his way back into the number 5 spot. Looking up underneath Ham as they head into 1 and 2. Mitzner tries to slide. It's not there. He's got to back out of it as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Great racing all the way through the field. We're going to go back up to the front. Here comes Brundage trying to get the run out of turn number 4. 12 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Damien's like, slide to the left, slide to the right, slide to the left. Out of turn number 4, coming to the line, 11 laps to go. Ward continues to lead. Brundage on his heels as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Gray battling back in the pack as here comes T-Clem to the outside of Roundtree. He's going to take that spot as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. 10 laps to go for Damian Ward. Damian Ward holding on to the lead out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. Ward's going to roll that bottom out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2, keeping it up on the high side. Matthews struggling up ahead of him. That is lap traffic up ahead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 8 laps to go this time by. 8 laps to go down the front straightaway. Ward starting to give himself a little bit of space. Trey sitting in that number 3 spot. I'll tell you what, Robinson is coming in that number 60 machine. Could Robinson get a podium here tonight? Into turn number 3 and 4. Robinson looking for that number 3 position. He's got to back out of it. He wanted the slider. It wasn't there. 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. Ward able to hold on to that lead right now. 0.3 of a second. We're going to keep an eye on this. Trey makes a mistake. Robinson closes the gap into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be Ward leading the way with 6 laps to go. Watching the battle for 3rd. Here comes Robinson into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Trey with the cut down out of turn number 2. Too much slide for Robinson. He's going to lose a ton of ground out of turn number 2. This is allowing Nick Ham and Zachary Mitzner to close in on this battle as the battle for the lead is starting to close up again. Brundage has caught Damian Ward out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 4 laps to go when they come to the line. All right. I hope you make it too. Adani. Right. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 3 laps to go. Here comes Brundage. Brundage going to come down with the slide into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track, cut down by Ward. Ward going to cut up underneath out of turn 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 2 laps to go at the line. Can Ward hold on for 2 more laps? We got a 4-car battle for the number 3 spot as Ward continues to lead. Nick Brundage in that number 2 spot, trying to dig the high side. He's going to lose ground out of turn number 2 through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for the nurse as he comes out of turn number 4. Durgan bailed. I don't know what happened to him. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, 1 last time into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Brundage looking for the bottom. Out of turn number 4, it's going to be Damian Ward with the win here tonight. Brundage in second. Trey's going to bring it home in third. Kevin Robinson in fourth. Nicholas Ham in fifth. Zachary's going to get sixth. Peyton in seventh. T. Clem, Brian Orto, and Roundtree rounding out your top 10. That was great racing. That when we got some racing there, that was phenomenal. Funk, yeah, you could say fuck. All right, it might censor you on TikTok.
About 6 weeks or so.
Sorry about that push across the line, but it was either like curing it.
All right, it's going to be Damian Ward with the win. Nick Brundage in second.
I don't honestly give a fuck.
It might filter. It might filter, yeah. It's going to be Trey Pasica in that number 3 spot. Robinson in fourth. Going to be Nick Ham in that number 5 spot. Zachary Mitzner in 6th. Peyton Tolbert in 7th. Going to be T. Clem in 8th here tonight. Brian Orto in 9th. Roundtree in 10th. Michael Hackett in 11th. Ragin' Ray in 12th. Rockefeller in 13th. Matthews 14th. Purcell 15th. Watts in 16th. Parker's in 17th. And Durgan in that number 18 spot. We're going to go ahead and pull in the top 3. I gotta go get into the other race, so we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close out of this real quick, and then we'll pull in those guys as I'm getting into the super race since that is up already. All right, let me go ahead and bring in why? Yeah, I know. 5th place. Hamroll. Probably not. I mean, at least it didn't spin Watts out.
Man,
I'm just messing with it.
That was bad, dude.
Oh, it was horrible. It wasn't bad.
Was it
All right.
net code really bad?
No. You hooked in his bumper. You guys were sliding different directions and it turned him.
Man, that blows.
Yeah, it looked really bad. All right. Trey, you've been making a habit out of coming here and visiting me on Monday nights.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just think all the crap talking is driving me to success here lately.
Well, it tends to be when you keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
You tend to drive a little bit faster sometimes.
Everybody else.
Great run here tonight. It was chaotic back there. I mean, it was racy. It was chaotic probably in a good way most of the time, but man, how did you navigate all that chaos back there?
Well, I don't use my mirror like everybody else does, so I kind of just put my car in positions where I think it's going to be good, and then I just hammer down and send it, and then I get the short end of the stick in the long run, but we kind of got the long stick tonight, not the short end, so we'll take it.
I'll tell you what, you had an unfamiliar face racing for that podium spot tonight. Kevin Robinson was pretty fast. He was giving you a ton of pressure. I know you guys got contact, and I think it was Roundtree got the worst of that one. But, man, that was great racing between you and Robinson at the end there.
Yeah, I tried to apologize to him. He didn't really mic up, but I really did feel bad. One time between me and Kyron, I kind of saw him last minute, and I aborted it. And then K-Rob, he just got such a good run going into 1 and 2. I didn't have enough time to really react, so I kind of just kept running my line, and I looked in the mirror, and I saw all that, and I was like, yeah.
Well, honestly, great run here tonight. Good finish for you. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, most importantly, all the boys over at the Thrill Factory. They've been stepping it up here lately. E-Bill's been pretty absent, and everybody's been stepping up and putting all the efforts together and building some pretty bad fast sets. So I'm pretty happy at where we're at, and obviously you for live streaming all these events, and everybody on the car.
Good run here tonight, Brundage, man. You had a fast one here tonight. It was a hard racing between you and Ward there. You had a little beef with Watts there. He used you up a little bit. Couldn't clear you. Used you up. You were able to minimize the damage in the wall and recover pretty well in that 84 tonight. But good solid run. This track was fast for you tonight.
Yeah, I was good in the beginning. I wasn't sure, what to do with Durgan. I'm not sure what happened to him, but I guess we're pretty lucky he just left, I guess. And I was running the top, and then just got used up by one person, and then another person, and then Yellow came back out, and we were able to go back to the front, nonetheless.
Yeah, you and Ward having a good race there. You lost a little ground there on them. I'm assuming you were trying to cool down the tires a little bit to make one last run, and threw that slider and lost a little too much momentum out of the corner. But do you think you had anything for Ward at the end there if you had a little bit more time?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had a little bit of wheel damage from the beginning. I sort of got into Hackett a little bit, and I'm not sure how he spun out. I was just trying to door him because he doored me, but I think if I didn't have right front damage, it would have been a pretty good race. Still was.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and get a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
I gotta thank Damien and Aaron for the sets, and everybody for racing, you for live streaming. And
Damian Ward getting that W. The nurse is in.
Yeah,
Your dad always goes, is the nurse racing tonight?
I try to be here every week. I try. I've been pretty good at it.
He checks the other races. He actually checked Thursday, but you didn't make it. It might have filled up before you could. I don't know. Those fill up pretty quick. But good run out here tonight. That car was definitely fast. Definitely a couple of unfamiliar faces up towards the front. We're not used to seeing Zachary over here on the big block side. But great racing. You had a good race with Watts. Good race with Brundage. Able to bring it home here tonight. I mean, it wasn't easy.
No, it's never easy to win one of these. That's for sure. Watts and Meitzner definitely gave me a run for my money. Unfortunately, just hard racing with both of them ended up good for me, bad for them. I don't like doing it like that at all. I definitely thought I had Watts' back bumper cleared, and I super sorry about that. I don't like to win like that, and it's always fun racing with Watts. He's a really competitive, really decently clean driver. That and racing with Nick and Trey to be able to have our team on the podium at Eldora of all tracks during an opener is definitely something we can't be negative about.
Well, overall, phenomenal night for you. Your dad said nurse held a clinic tonight. Everybody got their vaccines, their shots, their prostate exams. Well, Watts got his prostate exam.
Yeah,
pretty sure Zach did too.
No, Zach caught a right rear on accident. I thought I was clear on the start. Again, dude, just no restarts and there would be no carnage.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to give it thanks to Outlaw Virtual Graphic Design. Jacob always has these cars looking beautiful. I got to thank Ethan Bill, not this week, but Rocky for hooking up the setup, Rocky Photography as well, B&C, all the guys over at the Thrill Factory, Nikki B for running a really great race, Trey, who else was it? Ray had the qual set hooked up tonight, and I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Trey for being up there with us. You for putting on the stream.
Definitely forgot Ray.
Yeah, I forgot. I almost forgot him. How can you forget Ray?
You can't forget Ray.
And then lastly, just dad, girlfriend, mom, grandmother, Uncle Adam, my brother Braden, Xavier, all the guys that watch. I think my aunt might even watch too. Everybody that watches your stream and you for putting on the stream. And yeah, we'll see you wherever we go next week.
And one more thing. What are your thoughts on Nick Ham? He left. I pulled him up here and he left.
Next week's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
See, last time I voiced my opinion on Nick Ham, I got banned for a month for bullying. So, love Nicky Ham now. No hard feelings at all.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Appreciate you.
Later. Thank you, James.
Yeah, later. You know, I bring you up and you run away.
I didn't think, like, you're already in everything. I didn't think I was going to get an interview.
No, I was just doing it to fuck. I was just fucking with you.
I was like, there's no way I ran 17th to 5th after sucking and don't get an interview.
Yeah, look, you ran.
I know you're behind. So.
You ran all the way to 5th to get doored by Robinson at the line.
My new teammate.
He ran good tonight. I was impressed.
Yeah, he did really good. So.
You want to thank anybody so I can broadcast this one?
Let's see. I gotta thank EPI for giving me the opportunity. That's pretty much it. So.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, we are live with the Supers on heat race number 1. Dylan Yeager out front. Lingron in second. Braswell in third. Brennan in fourth. Tolson in fifth. Tolson gave someone a door. Oh, they're still wrecking. I think he gave Hunter Rich the door, and Tomasi going to collect him in 1 and 2. These two are going to have a makeout session as Hunter Rich has a broken right front as Lingron continues the lead. I don't know what happened. What's up? What's up, Brady? What's up? Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way. Lingron in second. Braswell in third. Brennan fourth. Here comes Tolson to the bottom side. Tolson trying to get up underneath Brennan. Can't quite do it. He's going to get back in line down the back straightaway. So we are at the dirt track at Charlotte here with the super late models as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Tolson trying to get that bottom side to roll. Right now it is Cuddy in that number 23 machine on the bubble as they come out of turn number 4. He's got Colton Jordan trying to reel him in. We know Colton's got some speed. We've seen him plenty of times on the broadcast as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looks like we got at least 21, maybe 22 cars here tonight. Oh, Jordan's going to smack the wall out of turn number 4. Going to be Dylan Yeager with the win. Lingron, Braswell, Brennan, Tolson, Copeland, and Cuddy going to the feature. All right, now I can do it right as we get into heat race number 2. Look at this. Ethan Johnson got himself a qualifying spot. He has been struggling like that with that for the last couple of weeks. He's been having to go deep into the field. Starting on the pole, though, here tonight in heat race number 2. It is going to be the number... What number is he in tonight? Number 49 of Ethan Johnson. Outside of him, in the number 45 machine, it is going to be Sean Smith. Starting inside, road number 2, in the number 18 machine, it is going to be J.C. Floyd. Outside of him, in the number 8 machine, it is going to be Jesse Newsom. Starting inside, road number 3, in the number 5 machine, it's going to be Lucas Rourke. Outside of him, in the number 1, it's going to be Corey Roberts. Starting inside, row number 4, in the number 11 machine, it's going to be Matthew Watts. Outside of him, in the number, it looks like another number 5 machine, it is going to be Braden Carter. Then rounding out the field here tonight, on the inside of row number 5, in that number 32 machine, it is going to be Logan Rumsey. On the inside of row number 5, in the number 32 machine, it's going to be Scott Marek. Outside of him, in the number 6, it's going to be Logan Rumsey.
Yeah, like 6 or 700.
All right, we got them stacked up 2 by 2. We are going to look for that one to go here pretty quickly, guys, as they head through turn number 3 and 4. One to go on the track. Pace car truck leads the way. Pace truck will pull off on the back straightaway, and they will take the green flag into turn number 3 and 4. I didn't realize Nick blew up my messages too. All right, into turn number 3. Shane, I didn't realize you weren't following me on Twitch before. I just realized you just followed me. Oh. Yeah, no, that was a good run for you, Zach. That was definitely a good run. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Johnson leading the way. Battle's going to be for second on back. JC Floyd going to take the number 2 spot. Lucas Rourke down on the bottom as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Smith gets shuffled back to 4th. He's 3 wide for the number 3 spot. He might lose more. He gets big contact with the 5 of Lucas Rourke. Big save by Sean Smith. He was completely sideways as they head into turn number 3. Rourke tries to slide up the track. Gets into Newsom up the track out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for the number 4 spot. It is going to be Lucas Rourke on the high side. Corey Roberts down low into turn number 3. Side by side. Talk to you later, Zach. Talk to you later. Oh, a little bit of contact. Corey's going to lose some ground out of turn number 4. Here comes Sean Smith trying to fight back on the outside. Sean with a big run out of turn number 2. Here comes Rumsey to the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. Tries to get a twofer. He's going to get the door of Smith out of turn number 4. Man, Sean Smith has been beaten up. He's like the redheaded stepchild right now, getting shuffled all the way to the back. Down the back straightaway to turn number 3 and 4. Down into 3 and 4, it's going to be Matthew Watts in that final transfer spot. Here comes Sean Smith. Sean Smith going to slide up. We got a big battle for second. It's going to be Jesse Newsom to the outside. Takes the number 2 spot. So Newsom moves up the second as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Great battle for second on back as they head into turn number 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go as they come down the back straightaway. Lucas Rourke down low. He's going to slide JC Floyd into turn number 3 and 4. Up the track. Floyd going to look down. Can't use the cut down. Look at that. Racing Fan 83X. What's up, buddy? How you been? As they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Johnson going to take the win. Newsom, Rourke, Floyd, Rumsey, Sean Smith, and Roberts going to the feature. Watts, Mark, and Carter going to the LCQ. So we're going to have a 7-car Conci, 7-car Conci. Top 4 transfer through, 3 people going home. Let's go ahead and pull up that starting lineup. Starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be the number 27 of Colton Jordan. Outside of him, in the number 11 machine, it is going to be Matthew Watts. Starting inside, row number 2, in the number 35 machine, it's going to be Ethan Stuckwich. Outside of him, in the number 32, it's going to be Scott Marek. Starting inside, row number 3, in the number 33 machine, it is going to be Hunter Rich. Outside of him, in the number 5 machine, it is going to be Braden Carter. Then rounding out the field here tonight, in the 09, it is going to be Tanner Tomasi. All right, we got them stacked up here tonight, 2 by 2. Colton leading the way here tonight. I'll tell you what, this is a ton of pressure here tonight. The main is definitely going to be wild. You are not wrong, Darby. You are not wrong. All right, into 1 and 2, looking for the green flag this time by stacked up 2 by 2. Colton Jordan leads the field in that number 27. When will he fire off? Will he fire early? I'll tell you what, LCQ, I'm probably firing in turn 3 just because. Let those guys race it out. Looking for the green flag out of turn number 4. Green flag is out. He did go a little bit earlier than normal as they come out of turn number 4. down the front straightaway. Here comes Stuckwich on the bottom. Slides into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Tomasi gets the tires. He tries to get up under Hunter Rich. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Mark gonna slide up the track, bangs the wall. He's got Hunter Rich down low. Big stack up down into 1 and 2. They're beating and banging. Hunter Rich gonna come out ahead. Here comes Carter down on the bottom. He's going to come up out in that number 4 spot as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be top 3 pulling away. Those guys should just pull away. I don't even know if I'd be worried about winning it at this point, as these guys are battling hard for 4th on back. Here comes Jordan. Jordan with the slide. Matthew Watts going to come back with the cut down out of turn number 4. Drag race. They touch at the line. It's going to be Jordan at the line, but Watts going to slide him in 1 and 2. Watts takes the lead out of turn number 2. Here comes Jordan back to the bottom side. Jordan going to slide him in turn number 3 and 4. Watts going to come back with the cut down. Drag race down the front straightaway. Looking for turn number 1 and 2. Jordan with a half a car. Bigger advantage than expected as he slides in turn number 1 and 2. Watts slides in 1 and 2. Needs to hurry up. Monday Night Football starting right out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. A little bit of contact there. Here comes Watts back into 1 and 2. Looks like Braden Carter has a little bit of breathing room in that number 5 machine, as Colton Jordan going to take the lead again down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Nose to tail for the top 3. They're going to bang the wall out of turn number 4. Watts gets a lot of it. Then he gets a bumper full of Stuckwich. Stuckwich to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2. These guys need to be careful. Well, they're going to let those guys catch up as there's still 4 laps to go. I got to look. I think we're Kern. I think we're in Kern. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is big Kern, not the little dirt Kern, the big dirt Kern, which isn't real big, but you know what I mean. Down through turn number 3 and 4. Jordan going to lead the way. Watson second. Stuckwich in third. Braden Carter comfortably in that number 4 spot. Hunter Rich, Tomasi are out right now. Marek is out. He is towed. He is done for the night as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes Watts putting the pressure. Oh, he gets caught in the wall. Loses ground on Jordan. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. One last time. Watts going to roll the bottom, but it's going to be Jordan with the win. Watts, Stuckwich, and Rich going to take the number 4 spot. Oh, what happened to Carter? What happened to Carter? Oh, Hunter sent it. Hunter sent it on Carter. Hold on. Hold on. Why is it not changing the camera angle for me? Hunter sends it and gets into Carter and takes him out in turn number 3 and 4. Oh, taking Carter out of the feature. That is heartbreaking for the number 5 as we get ready for tonight's starting lineup. All right, starting on the pole here tonight in the number 48 machine. Sorry, got to, yeah. It is going to be Dylan Yeager. Outside of him in the number 49 machine, it is going to be Ethan Johnson. Starting inside, row number 2 in the number 1 machine. He's not in the number... In the number 1 machine, it is going to be Joey Lingron. Outside of him in the number 8, it's going to be Jesse Newsom. Starting inside, row number 3 in the 109, it's going to be James Braswell. Outside of him in the number 5, it's going to be Lucas Rourke. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Starting inside, row number 4, it's going to be Kyle Brennan. Outside of him, it is going to be the 18 of JC Floyd. Starting inside, row number 5, in the 327, it's going to be Hayden Tolson. Outside of him, in the number 6 machine, it is going to be Logan Rumsey. Starting inside, row number 6, it's going to be Chase Copeland. Outside of him, it's going to be Sean Smith. I'm not working very well tonight. It is going to be Will Cuddy, 13th, Roberts, 14th, Jordan, 15th, Matthew Watts, 16th, Stuckwich, 17th, and Hunter Rich in 18th as the green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. It is going to be Dylan Yeager leading the way through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, give the lead to Yeager for lap number 1. Down into turn number 1 and 2, Ethan Johnson going to work the outside down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. So we got mixed. We got people using a lot of different lines right now. All of them looking pretty fast. We'll see once they get some heat in the tires where these cars want to go, as it looks like it's going to be follow the leader at the bottom and through turn number 1 and 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. Battle's going to be for the number 3 spot. Lucas Rourke on the high side, Lingron on the bottom. Rourke going to try to work up high down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. 3 wide back in the pack through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway looking for turn number 1 and 2. Looks like Rourke's got that middle high lane working. He has made his way around Lingron, now working on Ethan Johnson as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Side by side out of 4. Rourke looking for second. Not quite there into 1 and 2. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Lucas has definitely got that top side rolling. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. Give him that number 2 spot. Will he have it at the line as they come out of turn number 4? He does. Move him up 1 more spot. That's 4 positions to the number 2 position. Lingron continuing to work the bottom as they come out of turn number 2 down into 3 and 4. He's going to move up to the middle lane and turn number 3 and 4. Follow the leader as they come out of turn number 4. So things seem to be evening out a little bit up towards the front as they come out of turn number 2. Definitely a lot more chaos back in the track, back in the pack, right around Brennan in that number 39 as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Brennan working the outside, a little bit of contact with Copeland as they head into 1 and 2. Side by side out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Here comes Aiden Tolson. Tolson got shuffled back. Lost 4 positions trying to work his way back forward as Sean Smith definitely had a horrible heat race. He is definitely looking to move his way forward in that number 45. Back up to the front. Dylan Yeager continues to win. Rourke in second. Oh, we got issues in the back. Nope. Just a lot of shuffling positions as they're 3 wide in the rear. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. This is our LCQ all over again. As they head through turn number 3 and 4, Corey Roberts is the only one that did not belong in that position as they head through turn number 3 and 4 as far as LCQ guys. Dylan Yeager continues to lead. Lucas Rourke in second. Ethan Johnson, Joey Lingron, Floyd, your top 5. Rumsey has moved up 4 positions up into the number 6 spot, looking for more as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Question is, are we going to get some caution flags here tonight? That could change a lot. It's an opportunity to grab a lot of positions, and some of these guys may need it as it is super hard to pass, as it looked like JC Floyd got the wall, opened the door for Rumsey, moved Rumsey up to 5th. Here comes JC Floyd back to the bottom in turn number 1 and 2. Rumsey going to roll the top down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Gets back in line, not able to get the drive off as Ethan and Lucas Rourke going at it for that number 2 spot. Ethan Johnson takes the number 2 position back. Lucas Rourke back to 3rd. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Going to keep it single file up at the front. I don't know what the fuck this is. These guys are racing like they're racing for a win back here. It is, about 12th or 13th on back? Let's see. Yeah, 12th on back right here as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway. These guys definitely struggling a little bit with their car. Here comes Hunter Rich. Slide job on Sean Smith. Sean Smith back with the cut down as Stuckwich rolls the bottom. Down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. I think every single one of these guys have damage on their cars. They have been beaten and banging back here in the back of the pack That is definitely going to hurt their cars. Oh, contact between Smith and Rich. Smith able to hold on to it. Look at that. 3 wide for last. Make it 4 wide for last. 4 wide in the rear out of turn number 4. This is crazy back here. Oh, this is insane. For the position it is, it's absolutely insane. And they are reeling in Chase Copeland. Copeland falling back into this chaos. That is not where he wants to be. Back up to the front. Here comes Rourke trying to slide. Lingron does in turn number 3 and 4. Lingron going to come back up underneath down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Move Lingron back into 4th as they come out of turn number 2. And I just noticed this. Rumsey has broke his way into the top 3. Watts going to be out. Watts had issues in that number 11. They're going to keep it lean and green so far. 22 laps into this one. If there's going to be a caution, it's going to be back here somewhere. Hunter Rich and Chase Copeland duking it out for that number 11 spot. Hunter Rich is moving forward in that number 33. Little bit of contact. Oh, a lot of bit of contact with Copeland. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Here comes Copeland and Stuckwich down low. 3 wide. Down the back straightaway. Oh, Copeland going to give him the door. Puts him up into the wall. He didn't like how Hunter Rich was racing him. Puts him in the wall. Rich is going to try to chase him back down as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Single file for now. Back here in the pack. This is more interesting. As they head through turn number 1 and 2, Stuckwich took advantage and got them both. He's up to 11th. What is going to happen here? So there was definitely some incidental contact between Hunter Rich and Copeland. And Copeland was not happy, gives the door to Rich. Rich gets the wall. Will Rich look for a little bit of payback here as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway? 27 laps complete. I'm keeping an eye on those gaps up at the front, but we're going to watch this battle for now as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Or sorry, 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for 1 and 2. Copeland in that number 12 spot. Hunter Rich closing the gap down into turn number 3 and 4. Definitely a bunch of damage on that number 33. Still able to wheel it as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Copeland going to roll that middle lane through turn number 1 and 2. Rolls right through the slick. He's going to do it again in 3 and 4. Rich going to jump up to the cushion as they come out of turn number 4. Gets the run down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Trying to get that thing to wind up on the top side. Hunter Rich in the number 33. Can he get the momentum? Copeland going to run the slider. That's going to kill a lot of his momentum. Puts Rich all over the back of him. Down into 1 and 2. Thought Rich might dump it down. Try to pull the slider, but not able to do that. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Rich gets back in line. Both of them hit the top lane through turn number 3 and 4. Following in each other's footsteps. Down the front straightaway. It is going to be 32 laps complete. A little bit of battling back here. Lucas Rourke in the number 6 spot. Cuddy looking down low out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Here comes Cuddy. Rourke starting to fall back in that number 5 machine. Cuddy trying to continue to move his way forward. He's up 6 positions into that number 7 spot. He wants 7 positions up as they come out of turn number 4. 16 laps to go. Dylan Yeager continues to lead 0.9 of a second over Ethan Johnson. Ethan Johnson 2.6 seconds in front of Logan Rumsey as they roll through as we watch these guys roll through turn number 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Cuddy. Cuddy going to go down low. Just behind him, we got Tolson and Brennan as they head through 3 and 4. Slide job by Cuddy. Cut down by Rourke. That's going to allow the other 2 cars in it. 4-car battle here. Here comes a slide by Brennan. Brennan slides up. Tolson back down low. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Slide job by Cuddy. Here comes Tolson. 3 wide. Nowhere for Rourke to put it. Oh, both those guys slide the two that were in front of him into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, here comes Newsom. Newsom wants a little bit of action for this number. Oh, slide job by Brennan. They're racing for 6 on back out of turn number 4. Contact. Oh, Tolson slides across the nose of Brennan. Brennan going to slide it back. Here comes Rourke. Rourke into Brennan. Brennan doesn't quite go around. No caution flag. No caution flag. Rourke is going to pull off the track. All right, moving back up to the front, lap traffic for the leaders. And I'll tell you what, that lead has shrunk. Ethan Johnson now 0.3 of a second back from Yeager with 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. Johnson has closed the gap out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. 3.8 or 0.38 seconds back to the number 49 of Ethan Johnson. Down into turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get 8 laps to go. Heavy lap traffic up ahead as they, well, maybe not heavy, as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Johnson. Closes a ton of ground. 0.1 of a second. Even more. Slide job into 3 and 4. Johnson wanted to let Yeager know he was there. They make contact out of turn number 4. Across the line. 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. Yeager with that lead. Johnson trying to reel him back in. Down into 3 and 4. We got a party for the lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go into turn number 1 and 2. Yeager going to get a little bit of separation from Johnson. Johnson now 0.4 of a second back through turn number 3 and 4. 5 laps to go at the line. 5 laps to go. Lots of lap traffic up ahead. Will it play a factor here tonight? Hunter Rich is running the same lane as the leaders. Will he stay up there? Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Here comes Johnson. Back down low. Once again out of turn number 4. It is going to be 4 laps to go. Here comes Johnson. Johnson slides up the track. Here comes Yeager with a cut down. Down the back straightaway. He's going to take the lead back into 3 and 4. Slides Hunter Rich. Johnson rolling the bottom as they come out of turn number 4. Looks like Hunter Rich all F4 as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by Johnson. No, Johnson going to stay low. Yeager's going to dig the outside. Down the back straightaway looking for 3 and 4. Once again, here comes Johnson up the track, slides out of turn number 4. New race leader at the line. Ethan Johnson into 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. Yeager's going to slide into 1 and 2. Cut down by Johnson. Johnson down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Coming to the white flag. It is going to be 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they come across the line. Does Yeager have anything to get back around? Oh, Yeager grabs the wall. That's going to let Johnson get away. Down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3 and 4. One last time. Checkered flag in the air. Ethan Johnson going to take the win here tonight. Dylan Yeager second. Logan Rumsey third. Lingron in fourth. JC Floyd in fifth. All right. All right. All right, it's going to be Ethan Johnson with the win here tonight. Ethan Johnson with the win here tonight. Dylan Yeager in second. Going to be Logan Rumsey in that number 3 spot. Joey Lingron in fourth. JC Floyd in the number 5 position. Hayden Tolson in 6th. Ethan Stuckwich in 7th. Going to be Willie Cuddy in the number 8 spot. Jesse Newsom in 9th. Kyle Brennan in 10th. Chase Copeland going to be 11th here tonight. John Smith in 12th. James Braswell in 13th. Corey Roberts going to be 14th here tonight. Hunter Rich in 15th. Colton Jordan in 16th. Going to be Lucas Rourke in 17th. Matthew Watts and rounding out the field in that number 18 position. Yeah. That definitely did. That was some good racing. The racing at the back of the pack was insane. Insane. But we are going to get over into the 360s here in just a minute. I got to wait for that session to go ahead and pull up. So we got 360s and UMP modifieds both coming up at Lernerville here tonight. Should be a good one. Should be a good show. I'm curious. I don't know if I've seen the 360s run Lernerville here tonight. Lernerville before. That should be interesting watching them rip the top with with no wall up there. Anybody in the Discord? Let's see. Remember, if you are in that top 3, if you want an interview, go ahead and jump in as we wait for the 360 session to open up. Put something on in the background for now. Any of you guys out there going to Charlotte this weekend? Let me know in the chat. Will anybody be at this track this weekend? Could be an interesting week. All right, let's see. Nobody has jumped in the Discord. I'm going to go ahead. We got 3 minutes left until that the 360s go live. I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of field we are looking at right now. Looks like they have 13 drivers. So if you don't normally make the splits, you may have an opportunity to jump into the 360s and make one of my shows here tonight. It is the open set 360s that is about to go live. Right now, 13 cars. Let's see if there's any names that I recognize. Not really. We might have a new group of drivers here tonight at Lernerville in the 360 sprint cars. It's definitely going to be a pretty soft SOF. That Amanda Hintz, which is, I can't remember what his real name is in there. We do recognize Amanda. Josh Hofer has a 5140 iRating. So, can't be horrible. There's a couple decent drivers in there and then a couple lower guys. So we'll see what happens here. We are up to 16 cars. It will take 20 into the top split. Hopefully we get a few more people. I don't see Remington in there. No Remington this week in the 360s. Remington, are you out there? James Holiday, we've seen him around. Hey, look, I'm not the only one using the Antarctica flag on my iRacing account. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull up my in-between screen. I got to change the screen up, but let's go ahead and pull up my next race. All right, let me go ahead. I got to save that replay for sure. All right, so it is 8:30, just waiting for it to populate that top split, and we will, or maybe the only split. Remember, UMP Modifieds will be up at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. That will be the last show of the night. That's where we're going after this. 360 Sprint up now. Race session is not up. All right. I don't know if any of you guys are NASCAR fans out there, but what did you think about Kyle Larson getting the championship over Denny Hamlin? It was heartbreaking, if you ask me. Not that I dislike Kyle Larson. I just, man, Hamlin did everything right. He killed it this weekend. Just wanted to see him take a championship while he still has a chance. Just waiting for this race to populate. Should be already. All right, there it is. Looks like we got only 12 cars. Only 12 cars ended up running this one, so it could be a fairly quick one. No Conti here tonight in the 360 sprints as we jump over there. We're heading to Lernerville here for race number 3 tonight. Week 8, season 4, 2025. We are only 4 more weeks left, and we will be jumping into 2026 season 1 here before we know it. Looks like it's a 3350 SOF. We do have some decent guys in here, so it could be a good race. It'll be interesting to see how this all breaks down. If you guys are in this or happen to stumble across the stream, if you're finding it over on YouTube, the link to the Discord is in the description. Make sure you guys get in the Discord. I do interview the top 3 if you want. If you don't, well. All right. What's everybody up here to tonight? Did everybody enjoy their extra hour of sleep, or did it feel exactly the same, which is what I think? All right, we are in the UMP, or not the UMPs, the 360 sprint cars as they are out on the track. Right now at the top of the boards, it is going to be Joey Hintz. I know it shows Amanda there. I don't know why it shows Amanda there and Joey on my ticker on my side. But Joey, Michael going to take the top of the charts. Schuring. Michael Schuring goes with the quick time in that 07.
Track of living is all we need. Giving it all, no room for slack. Down in the mud and we're never looking back.
All right, guys. Closing in on the end of practice, about a minute and a half left. Michael at the top of the charts. It looks like we got quite a few guys that have not taken the track yet. Let's go ahead and take a look and make sure. Wow, there's a lot of people that aren't in here. Tanner's not in here. Josh is not in here. Jack's not in here. Devin's not in here. There are 4 cars that have not even showed up in the server. Jack left. Devin, Josh, and Tanner have not even showed up yet. We'll see if they make it in. Hopefully they do. I'm actually surprised that Tanner is not in there. Maybe he's worried about that safety rating and losing his pro license, maybe. But man, that is a hit on iRacing because he'll lose a ton here tonight if he does not race. Lernerville here tonight. Logan Trimmer on the high side, ripping that high side. Jump in on the cockpit of Logan Trimmer. He's going to go to the... Oh, no. He's going to bail. Look at this. Joey back to the top of the charts in the number 14 machine. Putting that quick time down. That is going to be the end of practice. We're going to get into qualifying here tonight. Like I said, a lot of people are not here. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars set to do battle here tonight. Hopefully we get more for the UMP modifieds. All right, so Joey's going to be the first to jump out on the track in that number 14 machine. Let's go ahead and switch it up to best time. And I'm going to get myself a little bit closer so I can see these laps. Here comes Joey out of turn at number 4. He's going to come across the line, and he's going to set the bar at a 13.494 for Joey Hintz. See if he picks up the pace any on lap number 2. He's going to come across the line with a 13.228 heater for Joey Hintz. Michael's going to come in with a 13.232. If he's able to pick up the pace here on lap number 2 like Joey was, he could take the quick time as he comes out of turn number 4 across the line. And he does not pick up the pace. He comes across with a 13.612. All right, Logan Julian out on the track right now in the number 85 machine. See where Logan's going to put that number 85. He's going to come across the line with a 13.401. See if he's able to pick up the pace here on lap number 2. Oh! Over rotates in 3 and 4. It looks like he got a bump or the grass on the inside and not able to pick up the pace. Dylan Johnson going to come across the line with a 13.611. Let's see if Dylan is able to pick up the pace here on lap number 2. And he does not with a 13.663. You got Josh Hoffer, I think is how you say it, out on the track right now in the number 94K. All right, let's see what Josh is able to do here as first lap is probably going to be a little bit slower from that start. We'll see. Going to set himself up in turn number 3 and 4. White flag, one more lap for Josh. Josh comes across the line with a 14.454. Looking to pick up the pace here more on lap number 2. And he is going to bail out of his lap and turn at number 3 and take that number 8 spot. Wow. Tanner did not show up. We did get Josh. So Jack is back in here too, I think. Nope, Jack is not. We did get one more person that did end up coming in here, but we're going to get ready for heat race number 1.
I'm going to do my damnedest to stay out of everybody's way. I haven't got this track figured out yet at all.
All right, starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be the number 14 of Joey Hintz. Outside of him, in the number 2 machine, it is going to be Brecton Crouch. Starting inside row number 2, in the number 33 machine, it is going to be Dylan Johnson. Outside of him, in the number 39, it's going to be Larry Fosler. Does not look like Tanner or Jack have showed up, so it's going to be a 4-car heat race. Everybody's going to make it through here tonight. Well, hopefully it's not too lame with only 8 cars. Maybe we'll get lucky and somebody else will show up. I mean, these guys could still show up and race the feature. Everybody is going to make it here tonight as they come out of turn number 4. Tanner's going to lose a lot of iRating. As Joey Hintz going to lead him to the green flag as they come down the back straightaway, looking for the green flag this time by. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Breckton on the high side. Joey down low, looking for the green. Out of turn 4, green flag is out. Breckton definitely led Joey a little bit there, but gives it back as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Breckton in the number 2 spot, down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Gonna move to the high side, up in the slick, up and over, hard into the wall for the number 2. Big mistake out of the number 2. He's going to keep it going straight. Got to be a ton of damage on that thing as Joey drives down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps complete. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Joey's going to continue to lead the way. We're going to have a little bit of time between this race and the UMP Modifieds, so I'll have to look for something to kill some time. As Joey continues to roll that top side, leads the way through turn number 1 and 2. Breckton going to continue to have issues. I'm sure there was a lot of damage on that number 2 machine. Goes ahead and pulls off. You're in the feature. No sense in hurting your safety rating any more than you have to as they come out of as he comes out of turn number 2. Dylan rolling that bottom side. Lap traffic up ahead of the leader as the leader comes down the front straightaway into turn number 1. This could get interesting here if the 33 does not know how to get out of the way. Not sure about this. Oh, he's a 2000 iRating. He should have. Oh, big bobble out of turn 4. Here comes the leader. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Leader's trying to work his way around the lap car. How hard do you push it? You got a 5-second lead. I'd almost be content until he's. I'd just be content and riding in line. But the lap car is going to give him some room. White flag is out. White flag is out as they come through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Unless he steps on his dick right here. Give the win to Joey Hintz as he comes across the line. Going to be Larry Fulzer, Dylan Johnson, and Breckton Crouch rounding out the field. See if anybody else decided to show up. Nope, nobody else has. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull up heat race number 2. It is going to be the 07 of Michael Schuring starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2. Outside of him in the number 85, it's going to be Logan Jillian. Going to be Garen Brimmer in that number 3 spot and Josh Hoffer in 4th. Logan Trimmer going to start in the number 5 position as we get ready for the green flag. All right, they are pulling off a pit road now. 5 cars here in heat race number 2, so it does look like we have 9 for the feature here tonight. We'll see if anybody happens to show up late to the party. As they head through turn number 1 and 2, Michael Schuring definitely showing some speed here tonight. Could be a good race up at the front end for the feature if these guys can keep these cars together here tonight down into turn number 3 and 4. I don't think I can get 30 minutes out of these guys, and that's what I need to get out of them. All right, looking for the green flag this time by Michael Schuring and Logan Jillian on that front row. Looking for the green flag this time by. Who's it going to be? When are we getting a MDiTV Invitational race? You know, every once in a while I host some big races. We're getting close to winter. Green flag is out. Oh, where did Josh go? Josh is not out there. He must be having some issues with his PC or something. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be Michael leading the way. Julian in second. Battle's going to be for second as Garen throws the 3. Oh, Julian goes around in 3 and 4. Here comes Josh. Josh coming off of pit road in that 94. He's going to get on the binders. Had to dodge the car that was wrecking. Julian around out of turn number 4. Big mistake for that number 85 machine as Michael continues to lead the field. Logan has moved up into the number 2 spot. Good battle back there. Let's jump back and watch the battle for second. Logan Trimmer is there. Garon is falling. Brimmer is falling back as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Michael continues to lead out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. It is going to be 4 laps to go here in heat race number 2. 30 laps for tonight's feature for the 360 sprint cars. We're going to have like 15 minutes to kill, so we're going to have to figure out something in between this. As they're going to get 2 laps to go when they cross the line this time by. 2 laps to go for the 07 machine. 2 laps to go. Oh no, our leader blinked out for a second there as he heads through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Oh, this is not a good time to get that internet connection issue, as he is going to pop back in barely as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Checkered flag in the air. Michael's going to take the win. Logan Trimmer second. Trimmer and Brimmer and second and third. Hoffer and fourth, and Julian in that number 5 position.
Not often do I ask this, but if anybody's got a setup they're willing to share, I am struggling here.
All right, so we are going to get into tonight's feature. All right, starting on the pole here tonight. In the number 14 machine, it's going to be Joey Hentz. Outside of him, in the 07, or 007, right? In that 07 machine, it's going to be Joey Hentz. Starting inside, row number 2, it's going to be Larry Folzer. Outside of him, it's going to be Logan Trimmer. Starting inside, row number 3, it is going to be Dylan Johnson. Outside of him, it's going to be Garon Brummer. Starting inside, row number 4, it's going to be Breckton Crouch. Outside of him, it's going to be Josh Hoffer. Then it does look like Tanner did make it in. Starting in that number 9 spot, Tanner is going to be coming out onto the track. In that number 24 machine, Tanner Pettit. And outside of him, rounding out the field here tonight, it is going to be the number 85 of Logan Julian. 30 laps here tonight for the main event, for the feature, for the sprint cars, 360 sprint cars. As they head down the back straightaway, they're going to stack them up 2 by 2, 10 cars, 1 winner. Who's it going to be? You know, Tanner wasn't in here, but Tanner has the skill. It'd be interesting to see if he can make his way up through and get 10 for the victory here tonight. In that number 24 machine, as they come across the line, they get that 1 to go. Looking for the green flag this time by.
No room for slack, down in the mud and we're never looking back.
Down the back straightaway. 30 laps. Here for the DIRTcar 360s as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into 1 and 2. Joey's going to easily take the lead. Michael in second, looking to the outside. Big run for Michael. Big bobble out of turn 2. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Michael's going to blink out a little bit. Pops back in as they come out of turn number 4. Michael is going to lead lap number 1 as they head into 1 and 2. Michael slides to the lead out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Joey Hentz. Joey Hentz to the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Michael up high. Hentz to the point. Cut down. Yellow flag is out. I think that's going to put Michael in the lead. Let's go see what happened here to bring out the caution flag. Oh! Larry just gets on the brakes and gets absolutely ran over going into the turn. That is just 2 different styles right there. The 33 is just going to absolutely get in the back. Oink. Oh, look at that. Tanner is already up to the number 4 position. So Dylan Johnson getting into the back of Larry. Larry and Dylan both on pit road. They're going to get some damage repaired. Larry took a big hit to the front as he got turned around there. As we get the caution flag here tonight for the first time. Michael did inherit the lead there as the caution flag came out before they were able to complete the lap.
We are coming out of 4 to 1 to go.
As they get 1 to go this time by. Single file restarts. Single file restarts. It's going to be Michael Schuring leading the field here to the green flag. If anybody can see him.
I can't necessarily see where Mr. Michael is.
Yo.
All right, so looks like looks like the cars that were caught. Oh, not going green, not going green. Not going green.
That was literally like the latest delay camera.
Like Amish Larry. I don't know. That is a good question, Jimbo. Jimbo Cooter Bob. All right, so they're going to have to get... You know, the good thing about this is it's killing time before the UMP modifieds. All right, pace car is back. We're going to stay on Joey because obviously Michael's having a little internet connection issue. What is this ping? Doesn't even look bad. He's just blinking like crazy. All right. He's gone again. Now he's back.
What the fuck are you doing?
All right, looking for the green flag as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It is going to be Michael Schuring, Joey Hintz, Logan Trimmer, your top 3. And don't count out the 24 of Tanner Pettit. I think I'm saying that right. He has started shotgun on the field. He is looking to get the W here tonight. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Michael's going to lead the way down the back straightaway, looking for 3 and 4. Will we see a lead change here? Tanner has made his way up to third now. Oh, no. Leader hits the wall. Big wreck. Big wreck down the front straightaway.
I don't know how the hell we didn't wreck there, Tanner.
Yeah, I'm sorry for coming across your nose.
All right, let's see what happened here. This was insane.
No, you couldn't have built that.
He just over-rotates it. Oh, big hit. Big hit there. Oh, that is unfortunate for our leader. He's going to be going to the back with a ton of damage on that car as we get the second caution flag of the night, and that is going to give the lead to Joey Hintz. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. It is quiet across the stream right now.
1 to green, please.
I'm trying. I'm hitting the button. I'm hitting the button. He said 1 to green. All right. Caution flag is out. Going to get that 1 to go when they come across the line this time by 1 to go. All right, 1 to go. Joey's going to lead the way. Will we get somebody else to step on the, you know what? We're going to find out here pretty quickly as they come out of turn at number 2. Watch the 24. He is up 7 spots. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Tanner going to take that middle lane through 1 and 2. Joey going to have the good run out of 2 down the back straightaway into turn at number 3 and 4. Going to be 5 laps complete, 25 laps to go. Keeping it clean that time through as Joey continues to lead Tanner Pettit, trying to close the gap down the back straightaway. Here comes Josh down to the bottom in turn number 3 and 4. Offer down low, not able to make the pass. He's going to try to make it in turn number 1 and 2. 3 wide for the lead. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Battle for the lead, drag race into turn number 3. Tanner is going to roll that bottom side. It's going to be a big run for Joey Hintz, but new race leader at the line is going to be Tanner Pettit into turn number 1 and 2. Slide job by Hintz. Hintz back to the point. Here comes Tanner. Back down low into turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, the 360s are 30 lap. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Slides up the track. Our new race leader, Pettit, leads the way. Hintz in second. Hoffer in third as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Hoffer going to try to work the bottom out of turn number 4. Not able to make the move on Hintz. Down into 1 and 2. Pettit is pulling away out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, it is going to be all Pettit out front. Battle's going to be for second. Hintz has it. Hoffer wants it. Down the back straightaway, a little bit of separation as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Going to be 11 laps complete that time by. Oh my God, we got a race back here for that number 4 position. Oh no, we got one blinking. Crouch is blinking as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Where is Crouch? Crouch is up ahead. Don't know how he pulled away. Battle for second once again. Hoffer going to fall back. Hintz back to the number 2 spot. Down the back straightaway into turn at number 3 and 4. 13 laps complete that time by. Lap traffic as Larry rolls the bottom. Yellow flag comes out. Yellow flag comes out. Let's go take a look and see. Oops. That was the last wreck. Hold on. Dylan is the caution this time in the number 33. He's going to wreck it all by himself in turn number 3 and 4. Yeah. Oh, he jumped the berm. 33 stepping on his, you know what? Oh my God. Where are you going, bud? You're collecting incident points like they're Pokemon, aren't you? All right, so caution flag comes out here once again. 13 laps into this one. Going to be 14 complete when they take the green flag, almost to the halfway point.
They better tell me to drop to the back to go around, because there ain't no way I'm staying up front.
It'll tell you to go around. When you hit the line here, it should.
All right. So good racing up at the front here so far. Gotten a little crazy at points. Pettit in the lead. Hintz in second. Hoffer in third. Crouch and Brimmer, your top 5 as we get that one to go. Looking for the green flag as they head out of turn at number 4. Let's go up the chopper cam. Jump back a couple spots. Watch these guys into turn number 3 and 4. Looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. Great start by Pettit as they come down the front straightaway. Here comes Hoffer. Down low, up underneath Hintz into turn number 1 and 2. Hintz going to get the run out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Looking for 3 and 4. Hoffer going to fight hard down on the bottom. Both of them trying not to let Tanner get away as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Tanner going to continue to lead. Battle's going to be for second. Hintz up ahead of Hoffer. Hoffer a little ways back. He's going to gain some ground through turn number 3 and 4. 16 laps complete, 14 laps to go. Brimmer in that number 4 spot as Schuring gets around. No, Crouch sideways. Big save out of the number 2. Contact between Schuring and Crouch. Crouch able to hold on to it. Oh, he gets the grass there. Oh, big hit there out of turn number 4.
About that. I tried to avoid.
And that is going to bring out the caution flag. Yellow is out. All right, we're going to bring this back a little bit further. Oh, he's going to start with getting the wall there. Then he's going to... Oh, I thought they got... No, they didn't get contact there. He got the wall out of 4. So this happened for a full lap. And he's just going to try too hard. Oh, just gets the bump there in the grass and hard into Larry there. Larry, just an innocent victim in that number 39. Where did Hintz go? Oh, Hintz left.
This track's like a battle of attrition.
I guess I'll take the free spot, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, we were having a good race. You know, I kept trying to adjust my line.
What happened to Hintz?
Get something on him, but I was hoping that I'd get it eventually.
Hintz just all F Ford.
Don't got those TPR set, so.
Hintz just sent it and said, I had enough. So Joey Hintz is gone. As Tanner is going to bring him to the green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come out of turn number 4. Pettit's going to lead the way. Hoffer in second. Brimmer in third. Schuring in fourth. Crouch in fifth. Down into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 11 laps to go. Yellow flag comes out once again. All right, there's 7.
Honest with you. I'm running the iRacing setup.
Oh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Larry just came out at the wrong point. Brings out the caution flag here once again tonight. That is unfortunate. We're going to do a few laps of pace in here.
No, I looked it over real quick. The gear was a 560, and then I was like, I'm going to send it.
Oh. All right, so the pace truck catches up to him. We got a couple laps of pace in here. We will go green flag pretty quick. I honestly probably needed this a little bit, as frustrating as it is to go all this pacing. But we did need to kill some time to get into the UMP race. This was going to be a quick race otherwise. Just wish there was more cars. Not 6 cars wrecking all the time.
Like half and then some of his iRating, so the fact that I can even like slightly keep up is confidence booster for me.
Wow, Trimmer lost 100 iRating.
Yeah, right.
Logan Julian lost 51. Those guys are gone. They're not going to get any better. Dylan Johnson, he's an 8th. He's off the track. He's done. He is up 13 iRating. Larry's up 34 in the 7th spot, continuing to truck out there. Has not had a great race other than that, but an iRating gain for him. That's a win. That's a win in my book, in my opinion. As they are looking for the green flag, I believe this time by. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, looking for that green flag. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway, down into 1 and 2. This track has definitely gotten slick. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Into 3 and 4. It is going to be 10 laps to go this time by. 10 laps to go as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Brimmer trying to pick up the pace a little bit, put the pressure on Hoffer. Hoffer going to pull away down the back straightaway. Down into turn at number 3 and 4. Oh, hold on to it, Schuring. Schuring's definitely struggled a little bit here tonight as they come out of turn number 2. Pettit going to continue to lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 8 laps to go. 8 more laps to go for the number 24. Hoffer comfortably in second. Brimmer in third. Battle's going to be for the number 4 spot. Crouch in fourth. Schuring in fifth as they come down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be 7 laps to go. Contact out of turn number 4. Down into 1 and 2. Schuring going to slide up the track, cut down by Crouch. Crouch going to try to get the run down the back straightaway. He does into turn number 3 and 4. Oh, he's going to blink out right there. I don't know how that's going to end up. Oh, he's in front of Schuring out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Here comes Crouch back down low down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Oh, Michael's going to blink this time. Man, these guys are just blinking back and forth as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Crouch going to slide up the track. Schuring going to have the run down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be, oh, contact. Oh, no. Crouch hard into the wall.
Braxton, you've been blinking this whole race.
Thanks for telling me that 9 fucking laps earlier. I'm fucking pulling out in front.
All right, so caution flag comes out. That got awfully interesting there.
You're just lucky I've been braking for you this whole time.
Little does he know he's been blinking too. Oh, God, big contact. Oh.
Except these sliders weren't clear. I had to brake in order for them to clear.
All right, so caution flag is out here once again. They're complaining about each other blinking. They don't realize they're both blinking. They think it's just the other one right now.
Literally, the whole point of a slider is to kill the person's momentum in front of you. Just saying.
Darren, you complain when the slider gets too close to a lot more of them.
All right, Pettit leading the way. Hoffer second. Brimmer in third. Oh, no.
I know how to actually race.
What just happened there?
Give people room and don't get room back, so.
Did he get incident pointed out?
Hey, that's slider.
Yeah, but you complain about sliders that never touch you.
Did he get incident pointed out right there?
They don't touch me because I lift. Because I'm not a retard.
Whoa!
Same reason you just said.
Is he trying? He's trying to take him out. Oh, he incident pointed himself out, trying to take out the 07. That is insane. What an idiot! What a fucking idiot!
I was thinking you wanted to let the semi-truck between you and the car ahead of you.
Oh my God! What a moron!
All my fault. I'll take money for that.
All right, we got him stacked up once again, looking for the green flag. It is going to be a 2-lap shootout here tonight, guys, as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Pettit leads the way. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway, looking for 1 and 2. Here comes Schuring. Schuring's going to slide into third. Brimmer with the cut down out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Brimmer going to ship it up in there, slides up the track. Schuring almost up and over. White flag is out. 1 lap to go into turn number 1 and 2. Brimmer slides up the track. Here comes Schuring with a big run down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. One last time, it's going to be Pettit with the win. Hoffer in second. Brimmer and Schuring, your top 4. And Larry's going to sneak away with a top 5 here tonight in the number 39. That's a big win for him.
Good race, Jones. I got to figure out why this thing just snapped loose mid-corner. So I'm with
All
you.
right, it is going to be Pettit with the win here tonight. Hoffer in second, Brimmer in third. Schuring's going to be in that number 4 spot. Fosler in the number 5 spot. Going to be Crouch in 6th. Hintz in 7th. Johnson in 8th. Going to be Trimmer in that number 9 spot. Julian in 10th. And Bice and Fenwick did not show up. Well, we had a little bit of drama there. Not too bad considering. Not too bad considering. Let's go take a look and see how it looks for the UMP Modifieds. All right, let's go see how many people got signed up for the UMPs. 12 people for the UMPs. We'll see if some more show up. Hennigan's in there. Dunn's in there. Oh, T. Clem's in there. Justin Brown's in there. That's a good iRating. Let's see. We'll see if we get a couple more people. Cameron Carrington's in there. Austin Furman. Should be interesting for the UMP Modifieds. We'll see if we get some more that jump in before the race goes live. We have 13 drivers now. We got about 3 more minutes before we jump into the UMP Modified race. Probably a little bit more than 3 minutes because I got to let it load. But 13 drivers set to do battle. We'll see if we get some more in there. I know that Donnie Watts said he was probably going to show up. We'll see if he finished his broadcast in time. I'm going to go look. All right, let's see. Is he live? It looks like he is done. So he is done with his race. So he should be able to make it in here. So we should see Donnie in tonight's UMP Modified race. Oh, we just lost a driver with the UMPs. Donnie, are you going to make it? Shit, 360 show, yeah. I just can't believe the one dude got himself DQ'd because he was mad. Hold on, I'm going to go look at the results. Did he get himself DQ'd? I'm pretty sure he did. Yep. So Crouch got himself DQ'd because he was mad. Oh, how dumb is that? That is pretty dumb. But we're going to go ahead and switching over into the UMP Modified. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up. Close this out. Turn on some tunes. Guess what's coming back soon? We got the Pro Qualifying Series coming back soon. We will be covering that here on MDiTV. The Top Split opener on Tuesdays for the qualifiers. So that could be interesting and fun for all of us. It will alternate 410s one week, super late models the next, like it did last year. See if anybody new has joined. I do not see Donnie in here yet. He's got very little time. Donnie, are you going to make it? Looks like we got 14 cars registered. Anybody else? Selby has joined. So Selby's going to race here tonight. Selby's been making a lot of appearances on the channel here lately. All right, that is going to be official. So we got to wait to see when it populates to jump into. All right, is it open? Nope, it's not there yet. I don't know if they're going to do them here soon or not again. They haven't said anything to me. Just waiting for it to give me that Top Split official to jump into. I guess it's an only split. 32-78. We're going to go ahead and jump into there, into the UMP Modifieds. All right, jumping into the UMP Modifieds for the final race of the night. I'm going to go see if they're in Discord. I'll go put them on the spot. Let's see. Did Donnie make it? Oh, Donnie didn't make it. But it does look like we got a decent group of guys set the race Lernerville here tonight. Let's go see if anybody's over at AMX. Nobody is over there to go harass. I was going to go ask them if they planned on doing that again. Sorry, guys. They're not there, Robert. All right, getting into tonight's final race. It is going to be UMP Modifieds at Lernerville. All right. All right, in the UMP Modifieds. Go ahead and pop that up there. It is going to be a 30-lap feature. How the hell do you get the name Precious? Can you explain that to me, Austin? T. Clem second quick on the boards. Dustin Hennigan fourth quick. Dunn is out. Dunn is out. Not out on the track yet. Selby on the track, putting down his first lap in the number 46 machine. I did not. Amex hosted those. That was their league races. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see if I can. All right, I just messaged Cody, asked him if he could jump in on the booth with me. We'll see if he knows anything, if he's able to jump in or not. Everybody, the street stocks are fun. The problem is getting people to run all season. That is the biggest problem. It is hard. It is super hard to run them. We'll see if Cody jumps in. If he sees my message, doesn't look like he has yet. Is anybody over a Moody server? Let's see. Nope. I got to make some more music do some more generated AI music because I don't get copyrighted for that. And I'm tired of listening to the same song over and over again. All right, so these guys out doing a few laps here. It looks like Precious is out front. Austin Furman, T. Clem in second. Hennigan up to third. Carrington in the fourth spot. Selby in fifth. Dunn might have a little bit more work cut out for him here tonight. Definitely some good drivers out there, as that is going to be the end of practice. We are going to get into qualifying here tonight for the UMP Modifieds. go ahead and put up best time. We're going to go ahead and scale my window that I can see. So just so you guys know, I cannot see this. I got a little tiny screen previewing what you guys see, and I can't see everything. I am looking at 3 40-inch screens in front of me, though. So that little screen is just kind of hard to see in between all of it. But anyway, looks like Matt Selby going to jump out on the track here early on. We're going to go ahead and jump with him as he rolls into turn at number 1. Working his first lap. All right, looks like Cody is not going to see the message in time, so I'm going to go ahead and just delete it. As Brennan is going to... Oh, Dane Lloyd with a 16.1. Selby's going to miss the corner. And turn number 3 and 4, that's going to cost him big time. Carrington was quick in practice. Let's see what Carrington's able to do. In the number 10 machine. T. Clem's out on the track in the number 97 machine. He was also quick in practice. Whoa. All right, so T. Clem going to come around and start lap number 1. Right now, Elliott O'Neill. There's Dunn to the top of the charts. 15.474. Here comes T. Clem. Selby going to be an 8.25. T. Clem going to be a 16.1. Dunn, by far the quickest. Hennigan with a 0.664. Dunn is 0.2 of a second quicker than everybody else right now as it stands. Looks like T. Clem going to be stuck back in that number 6 spot. Hennigan is going to be in a second. He does pick up the pace. No, he doesn't. He's slower with a 16.4 on lap number 2. That is absolutely wild. Dunn out there with the quick time by 0.2 of a second right now. And we got one more qualifier. Chris Burns in the number 54. Burns going to come across the line with a 16.094 7th quick. Can he pick up the pace here on lap number 2? And he comes across the line, and he is a little bit quicker with a 15.970. That is going to be the end of qualifying. We're going to get ready for heat race number 1. How about that qualifying time out of Dunn? Getting that quick time. We're going to jump up on the chopper so I can see the numbers because I don't know everybody's number. And starting on the pole here tonight. And heat race number 1, it's going to be the 88 of Dunn. Outside of him in the number 1 something, it's going to be Precious Austin Furman. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 55 machine, it is going to be Elliott O'Neill. Outside of him in the number 10, it's going to be Cameron Carrington. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 9 machine, it's going to be Dane Lloyd. Outside of him in the other number 10, it's going to be Corey Ferris. Then rounding out the field here tonight in that 4th row on the inside, it is going to be the number 11 of Stenson Williams. Outside of him, it is going to be Race Green, if Green is in there. These guys going to stack it up 8 laps here for heat race number 1. Dunn is so much faster than everybody else. Oh, Dustin said he forgot. Dunn said he forgot to do the thing, which is why I couldn't remember what his name was, and it's Dustin, I'm assuming. But he didn't get his name changed on SDK. He'll remember that later. Not a big deal. Couple times I'll remember what his real name is. Dusty. My bad. He's over here correcting me on Discord while he's racing. I know you're fast, but you don't need to show off. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. He's still texting me. All right. No, it's funny. You don't have to be sorry. There's a way for me to change it. I just can't remember how to do it. Might be what I need to start doing. All right, looking for the green flag this time by as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Dusty's going to lead the field. He's not looking dusty today. He definitely had a quick time in practice as they head into turn number 3 and 4. 8 laps here in heat race number 1. Dunn and Furman on the front row looking for the green flag. Green flag is out, and that is the 110. That's what Furman is. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Dunn leading the way. He's going to cut the grass. Just a trim out of turn number 2. Battle's going to be for second. Furman trying to hold on. He's got O'Neill and Carrington on his heels as they head through turn number 3 and 4. What a move by O'Neill down on the bottom side. He's got that lower side digging through turn number 1 and 2. Side by side out of turn number 2. We had issues in the back. It looks like Dane and Williams having issues as Dunn continues the lead. Battle for second into 1 and 2. Bottom side starting to not dig quite as much as it was as they come out of turn number 2. Good run out of 2 for O'Neill, though. Down into turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Out of turn number 4, 3 laps complete. O'Neill's going to cut the grass. Kills his time as Furman's going to completely seal that number 2 position. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down into 1 and 2. Battle's going to be for second. Carrington to the outside. He's going to get around O'Neill. Down the back straightaway. Looking for turn at number 3 and 4. Here comes O'Neill. Back on the inside. 5 laps complete. 3 laps to go. Great battle for the number 3 spot as O'Neill's going to keep it for now. Carrington's going to wind it up on the outside. Big run out of 2, not able to stay in the throttle. O'Neill's going to have the edge into turn number 3 and 4. Still battling it out for third out of turn number 4. Big run for Carrington down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. So it does not look like the top side is as good coming out of turn number 2, but it is phenomenal in 3 and 4. We're going to see that here again as they head through 3 and 4. O'Neill's going to clip too much grass. Big run for Carrington on the outside. Down into turn number 1 and 2. White flag is out. 1 more lap for Dunn. Dunn leads the way. Furman in second. Big run for O'Neill out of turn number 2. In that number 3 spot as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Dunn with the win. Furman second. O'Neill, Carrington, Ferris, Williams, Green, and Lloyd going to round out the field here tonight in heat race number 1. All right, so good racing out there on the track for second on back. Dunn walked away with that one. As we are going to get ready for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight in heat race number 2 is going to be the number 16 of Dustin Hennigan. Outside of him in the number 46 machine, it is going to be Matt Selby. Starting inside row number 2 in the number 54, it is going to be Chris Burns. Outside of him in the number 97, it is going to be T. Clem. Starting inside row number 3 in that number, I can't read the number from here. We'll figure it out later. It's going to be James Gray. Outside of him in the number 8, it's going to be Brandon Day. I don't know. Dell? Is it Dell? Or Deal? Somebody tell me how to say that name. And then rounding out the field tonight in the number 13, it's going to be Scott Sweeney. Stacking it up onto the straightaway. It is going, and James Gray is in the 76. So he's got the Raging Ray number. as they head into turn number 1 and 2. We're going to stack them up side by side. Did you edit it after you sent it, Dusty? I see it now. Dusty Lee Jr. I know I kept calling him Dunn because that's what it says on the thing. So I'm going to have to correct that. I'm going to have to overthink it because he didn't do the work. Thanks, Dusty. Just picking on you. All right. Looking for that green flag this time by as they come down the back straightaway. It is going to be Hennigan and Selby on that front row. Who's it going to be here tonight in heat race number 2 as they come out of turn number 4? Green flag is out. Green flag is out. Hennigan with a good jump. Battle's going to be for second on back. Selby in that number 2 spot. Here comes T-Clem. Big run out of turn number 2. He's going to stay in the gas out of turn number 2. He's got Burns on the bottom through turn number 3 and 4. Watch for T-Clem on the outside. Takes the number 3 spot back as they head down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. T-Clem winding it up on the outside. Can't get the run out of turn number 2, but it gets the run down the back straightaway. Looking up underneath Selby. Can't quite get there. Out of turn number 4, it's 2 laps complete. 2 laps complete as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. T-Clem losing ground on Selby. Selby pulling away down the back straightaway through turn number 3 and 4. Nose to tail. Follow the leader through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway. Hennigan still using the bottom side, but Selby and T-Clem up high as they come out of turn number 2. Looked like Burns was running the middle of turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Selby's going to step on it and up and over into the dirt. He's going to pull back out on the track. That gives T-Clem the number 2 spot. Oh, T-Clem jumps the berm in turn number 1 and 2. That's going to put Burns into the number 2 spot. Brandon in third, James Gray in fourth, Selby and T-Clem going to battle it out for the number 5 spot now. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes T-Clem up underneath Selby through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. These guys want to gain some positions. They don't want to start that far back in the feature as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go. Selby's going to push the 76 of Gray down the front straightaway. T-Clem going to slide them both out of turn number 2. Here comes Selby and Gray. Gray's going to have to back out of it as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Selby's going to toss it up in there. Oh, the 8 up and over the berm, thinking Selby was going to kill him. Brandon hard in the wall in turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 2, here comes Selby back with the cut down out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Selby gives him the right rear, gets on the brakes. Hard racing there as they come out of turn number 4. It's going to be Hennigan, Burns, Selby, T-Clem, Brandon, Gray, and Sweeney rounding out the field. Everyone's stepping on it, definitely. What's up, Wade? All right, for the last time tonight, we all know what time it is. It's time for our starting lineup.
Feel the thunder roll, the clays flying, engines blowing full. Side by side, leaning into the fight, chasing that checkered flag at night. We're burning up dirt, kicking up.
Starting on the pole here tonight in the number 88 machine, it is going to be Dusty Lee Jr. Outside of him in the number 16 machine, it is going to be Dustin Hennigan. Starting inside row number 2 in the 110, it's going to be Austin Furman. Outside of him in the number 54 machine, it is going to be Chris Burns. Starting inside row number 3 in the number 55 machine, it is going to be Elliot O'Neill. Outside of him in the number 46, it's going to be Matt Selby. Starting inside row number 4. Let me get down to a normal level again. Row number 4 in the number 10 machine, it's going to be Cameron Carrington. Outside of him in the number 97, it is going to be T-Clem. Starting inside row number 5 in the number 10 machine, it is going to be Corey Ferris. Outside of him, it is going to be the number 8 of Brandon Dell. Dale? I don't know. How do I say that? Somebody help me out here. Starting inside row number 6 here tonight. In the number 11 machine, it's going to be Stenson Williams. Outside of him, it's going to be James Gray. Then it's going to be Scott Sweeney, Ray Green, and Dane Lloyd is not there as they look for the green flag into turn number 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. It's going to be Dusty Lee Jr. leading the way as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Battle's going to be for second on back. Here comes Hennigan back to the outside. Furman down low. Drag race out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, Furman going to have the edge. Hennigan's going to have to settle into that number 3 spot through turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps complete. Battle's going to be fourth on back as Selby sits in the number 4 position. Here comes Burns into the back of Selby. Almost goes around. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Selby going to roll the bottom. I think he's scared of the berm now as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Honestly, think he's just quicker on the bottom, but it's more fun to say he was scared as O'Neill with a big run out of turn number 2. O'Neill and T. Clem have that top side digging as the battle for second is starting to heat up as Hennigan is putting the pressure on Furman. Can't get up underneath them. The grass is the only thing lower as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Hennigan. He's going to jump up to the outside. Big run out of turn number 4. Let's see as they head down the front straightaway into 1 and 2. Hennigan going to wind it up on the high side. We're going to see if this high side is coming in. Out of turn number 2, still faster on the bottom. But turn number 3 and 4, I definitely think there's an advantage up on the high side as Ferris has issues at the back. Hennigan starting to gain some ground. He's going to run slider through 1 and 2. Try to change that up a little bit. Over the berm for Hennigan. He's able to hold on to it. Oh, he jumped the cushion there in turn number 1 and 2. Able to hold on to it. Now he's got to get back down and get back to work. Selby going to be in that number 4 spot. He's got T-Clem all over the back of him as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3 and 4. Here comes that battle for the number 4 spot. Might be the battle for third as they close in on Hennigan out of turn number 4. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Hennigan going to roll the high side. Selby going to run the middle out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Both those lanes look pretty even as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Follow the leader down the front straightaway. Dusty Lee Jr. continues to lead the field. He's got a 1.5 second lead over Furman. Furman in the number 2 spot. We're going to go back to this battle because if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen right around in here as they head into 1 and 2. Here comes T-Clem. T-Clem with the slider in 1 and 2. Cut down by Selby out of 2. Oh, he gives him the door. Knocks him off the track. Oh, he fed him all the right side of that car. T-Clem's not going to be happy about that one as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. Will T-Clem go back to work and reel back in Selby? Dusty Lee Jr. continues to lead as they got 12 laps in the books. It's going to be Furman as Selby's off. Selby off the edge, then into the 8 and into the wall as he goes to the bottom of 1 and 2. Oh, he's broke. He is broke. He's going to go ahead and launch it. Selby's going to be out of this one. So Selby's out of this one as Selby goes up and over the edge. That cost him a lot of time there. See if we can go back and take a look and see what happened to him here in turn number 3 and 4. Yeah, he just missed it. He missed it by a lot in turn number 3 and 4. Tries to come back up on the track, and I think this is going to kill his right front right here. Him and the 8 are going to meet. Yeah, absolutely demolish the right front. That's going to be the end of Selby's night as Dusty Lee Jr. leads the way. Furman going to sit in that number 2 spot as Hennigan is definitely closing the gap through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. It's going to be Dusty Lee Jr. leading the way. Battle's going to be for second as Hennigan tries to reel in that 1-1-0 into turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway, going to be Furman up on the high side into turn number 3 and 4. Slide job by Hennigan. Cut down by Furman. Out of turn 2, down the front straightaway. Hennigan's going to have the number 2 spot that time by. Furman going to roll the bottom in 1 and 2. Hennigan going to have the high side. Drag race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Look for the slide, maybe. Nope. Furman going to stay on the bottom side out of turn number 2. Hennigan's going to keep that number 2 spot and secure it into 1 and 2. Lap traffic up ahead for our leader, Dusty Lee Jr., trying not to make mistakes here. Heavy traffic up ahead. He's got a big battle up in front of him. Kind of a catch-22. Do you want the caution to come out? I mean, you got to wonder how your tires compare to the rest of the field. Hennigan is definitely picking up the pace, and he's got a ton of lap traffic in front of him. This could be chaotic for the leader as they come out of turn number 4. Oh, lap car into the wall as they head through turn number 1 and 2. That is Williams that got in the wall in that number 11. He's going to fall back, goes 1 lap down as they head into turn at number 3 and 4. Here comes the leader. He's going to work the outside of Sweeney into turn number 1 and 2. Sweeney going to hold it down low, gives the leader plenty of room down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. Hennigan's going to stay up on the high side. Winds it, or sorry, not Hennigan. Dusty Lee Jr. Hennigan's further back as they come out of turn number 2. Now, these guys, they're not gaining on him. I thought they might be gaining on him, but if they were gaining on him, just wanted to remind you guys, they have to work their way through this lap traffic too. So the leader's working through it. It's still going to be difficult for these guys. They might race the leader a little bit harder due to the fact that they want to... Yo, what's up, Remington? I was wondering where you were tonight. They're going to trying to stay on the lead lap in case of a caution. So it may be a little easier for those guys, but Dusty Lee Jr. rolling that bottom side out of turn number 2. Let's go back to this battle as, Furman struggling to get around the lap traffic. These two are racing each other. Furman has to find his way around these guys out of turn number 2 as Hennigan is driving away and closing the gap on Dusty Lee Jr. Dusty trying to find his way around this lap traffic, losing a ton of ground to second place as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into turn number 3 and 4. He's going to get 3 more laps to go. He wants it to stay green. He's got plenty of cushion right now as it stands as they head into 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get 2 to go at the line. 2 laps to go as Dusty crosses the line into turn number 1 and 2. Dusty going to lead the way out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Lap traffic up ahead of him. He's got 1 second over second place as they head through turn number 3 and 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go as they come across the line. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Dusty leads the way out of turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Drag race with the lap car into turn number 3 and 4. He just needs to keep it clean. Lap cars connect. Oh, Dustin gets a piece of it, but it's going to be Dusty Lee Jr. with the win. Hennigan in second, Furman in third, T. Clem in fourth, Kerrigan in fifth. Big wreck there coming out of turn number 4. Let's go take a look and see what happened there right in front of the leaders. All right, watch these guys. So the 8 gets a little... Yeah, the 8 was really unpredictable there. And the 55 goes around. Unfortunate for him. That is Elliot O'Neill. As Dusty Lee Jr. leads it green to checker. Dominating performance here tonight. And we are going to go see if anybody is in Discord yet for an interview. We'll do these interviews. Hennigan will show up. Dusty should show up. Furman, I don't know if Furman will show up. Dustin, I knew would show up. Dustin. What's up? Oh, where is Dusty? Man, that was that was a dominating performance for him. Kind of surprised me a little bit. There he is. All right. Great racing out there up at the front. Little crazy behind you guys, but Dustin, you really had to work for that number 2 spot. Couldn't quite close in on Dusty there at the end there. You were closing a little bit with lap traffic, but man, good run out of the 16 tonight.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna be on the bottom, so I just took some gear and just tried to run the top, got where they weren't.
Yeah, the top side in 3 and 4 was really good all night. It seemed like the top side in 1 and 2 never really seemed to hook up quite as good. I mean, sometimes you could get it all right, but it wasn't as consistent as the bottom 1 and 2. But it was a whole lot of follow the leader up on the top side. Had to make it difficult for you to make some moves and try and get some passes in tonight.
Yeah, we were quick all night, really. I felt like we had the best 2 cars out there. We could really go anywhere. If I went to the bottom, kind of ran the same lap times, and then if I went to the top, I was like a 10th off. I went off pretty early, but we're pretty good.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors.
Everybody at DDR, I feel like we're getting good and trying to get our name out there to be the best, and just keep putting in the work.
Well, great run. Dusty, you done messed me up all night, not changing your SDK. I'm just picking. But good run here tonight. 0.2 of a second quicker in qualifying. I mean, you had to feel good about that.
Yeah, 100%. Anytime you go that quick in qualifying, it gives you a confident boost for the rest of the night.
You know, you get into the race, it's pretty clean, and then you get that heavy lap traffic. And I was talking about it in the stream. I'm like, you know, it's kind of like one of those moments of, I don't want to deal with this lap traffic, but I also don't know where my tires are compared to everybody else, and a restart could change everything. Lap traffic was, they were holding their lane, but they were hard to pass. I don't know what you were wishing for in the car there. Were you questioning the same thing when you were behind those lap cars? Because, I mean, there was 4 or 5 of them racing hard in front of you.
Man, I pushed my car real early in the race to try to get out in the lead early and get a pretty good lead on them, which I feel like I did. And I got to those lap cars. I don't know what I want. I wanted a caution, but at the same time, you know, I feel like Dustin, me and him were throwing a slider battle. And then I got to those lap cars, and they were all up top, so I just kind of stayed on the bottom, and they raced me clean and left me room on the bottom.
Yeah, coming down to the last couple laps, I know you were losing some ground to Dustin, but you had plenty of space. Dustin got a piece of it, but those two cars on the high side there got together coming out of turn 4. I mean, that had to be nerve-wracking coming to the checkered. You had to be thinking, please don't get into me.
Yeah, I was just trying to play it as careful as possible, and I saw Dustin, that guy, spun out right there, and luckily I missed him, and he hit Dustin, which was unfortunate.
Well, great run here tonight. Good to have you out there, and why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I'll thank DDR Speed Shop. We've been working on officials for Lernerville, and speed's great, and I feel like we're going in the right direction.
Well, good run, guys. Appreciate the show, and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that is going to be it for tonight. We will be back We'll be back Wednesday with the ARCA Dirt Series. Don't want to miss that one. Should be a great show at Kern Dirt. First 24 cars to get in there, get the run. And hey, look for me tomorrow on iRacing. I might be messing around. Sometimes I record them. And one of these days, I'll probably put some stuff up on YouTube of some of the stuff I do. Who knows? You might make it in one of those. And as always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.